Yes, everybody, and welcome to High on Homegrown, the Cannabis podcast from Percy'sGrowroom.com. I am Macky from the UK, and joining us this week, we have Margaret.
Hello, everyone. Coming at you from Central Ontario, where it's cold and frosty and shit, and at least it's middle of the day instead of nighttime.
Sad, sad.
What do you mean sad? What's sad about that?
Well, just the cold and miserable, and it's. I know the feeling's so bad. It's terrible here in the UK. We had so much rain over the last week. There's been flooding all over the place, man. Went for a walk with the dogs yesterday to our usual field, and it's got a whole fucking new lake there and shit. It's crazy, man.
A whole new lake.
A whole new lake just there in the field. The whole field's flooded. And of course, the dogs went and played in it for a bit because they love that kind of thing. Like, oh, yay, new playground, yay. Oh. Good times. Anyway, John, what are you saying? John's here.
It's pretty nice out today here, actually. Hello, everybody. I got sun. I did have frost this morning. We're holding at a cool, like, I don't know, 40 degrees freedom units. That's a 4C communist units. So
Communist units. I mean, real units?
I've been in trim jail for days and days lately.
Oh, man, yeah, that must have been still a long one for you, John. How many more days do you think you got left?
Well, probably tonight on this one, and then probably this week I got a couple hours to do the last outdoor plant, probably.
Damn.
That's going to be mostly trim, though.
Damn.
Yep.
What are you saying, Billy?
Probably pointy nipples because it's a bit cold out there. I'm saying pointy nipples, mate.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's cold. I say it's cold. It's 6 degrees C, so it's actually not that bad when you hear John talk about his temperatures.
It's quite nice.
It's not so bad. It's not so bad. We're surviving.
Yeah, pretty good.
We're surviving if you can swim. Yeah. It gets scary with all this flooding, man. All these cars getting ruined. Just see them floating away in massive puddles. It's crazy, man. Crazy. But anyway, what we smoking on this week, Margaret? What
I have a.
What are you smoking on?
We meant to have that smoke report, weren't it?
Oh yeah, smoke report. What was that?
Wasn't it from last week?
Yeah.
What was that? Where to grow?
That got backburnered because I'm a busy lady.
Okay.
So the listeners are like, this sounds like there's some kind of story behind this.
No, nothing to see here. Just moving along.
Just see here. Next week, maybe. Next week. Yes. So what did you say you had, Margaret? You got something nice?
Yeah, I got a little black domina.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Oh, yeah. What's that like? Because I keep seeing that and thinking I should probably grow that one.
It's very nice. I got that from TG.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Yes,
sounds
well,
like
you got
she's
John
drinking something.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, we just coffee. Oh, yeah, because it's early for you now. The listeners, if you're listening when we're not live, we're recording the show 3 hours earlier than what we usually do. So that's midday for you, isn't it, Margaret?
That's right. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Wow. How does that feel?
Different.
Good.
I mean, it's like daytime instead of like descending into darkness. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah, but it's okay to smoke after 4:20 a.m. or 4:20 p.m., isn't it?
Exactly.
After that time, then you can smoke.
Yeah.
It's never too early or too late then.
Yeah.
Nice. Yes, what you got, John? You got something nice?
I'm testing out the Quirkle Cross with Cherrygasm.
Okay, how's that?
That was our outdoor. Pretty good, man. She's got flavor through the old Arizer for sure. I haven't quite pinpointed it yet, but it's strong. Like it's got a heck of a aftertaste almost to it.
Beautiful. We've spoken out Forgotten Strawberries again in the Mighty there, and sipping on this 12-year-old whiskey. It's a Bowmore whiskey, some Scotch whiskey.
Bowelmore?
No, Bowmore. Or you could say Bowmore, but I think it's Bowmore.
Okay.
You know, people say Bowie or Bowie for David Bowie, or the Bowie knife, or the Bowie knife. I don't know. Okay, no.
A Bowie knife.
Bowie knife.
Are you okay?
Bowie.
It's
Bowie.
Explain to me how it's an A sound. It's an O. It's clearly an O.
Yes. Depends on what part of the region you're from, innit?
No, it doesn't. It depends if you speak English or not. It's an O.
No, I don't.
It's an O.
I speak East London.
Why is
Blank
it
shit.
always this? This is so awesome.
Jesus. Anyway,
Oh,
what are
shit.
you smoking on there, Billy? What you got?
I've still got some of that Acapulco Gold from.
Oh,
Barney
nice.
Farm.
Yeah,
Nice.
classic.
Also,
Yes.
I've got something else as well,
Uh-oh.
which
Okay.
is still from the GMO from the seedsman grow off. So that was quite nice because
Oh.
I do think that would make really nice hash as well. So like if you do press hash or make hash, then I think the seedsman GMO is certainly worth trying.
Okay.
Worth a go.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Well, let's have a quick
Yes.
talk about which news article we're going to be talking about today. We have 5, but there's 2 of them that kind of tie together because there's big news out there this week, everybody, with a load of changes to the rules in USA when it comes to the hemp and the farm bill and all this shit. So we're going to take a deep look into that and find out what's been going on and who's to blame and all this shit. Or, just try to figure out what's going on here and what potential issues you could have if you're in the USA. So yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. And then I've got an article here about it's a few people in the article talking about how medical cannabis has affected them and the stigma behind it as well. I take medical cannabis every day, but I was worried people would think I was a lazy stoner. And as I said, there's a few people in that article who discuss the stigma behind being a medical cannabis user. But he's got one here from Curaleaf Laboratories enters strategic partnership with ANTG to manufacture and distribute medical cannabis products in the UK. Okay, interesting. Margaret has Canadians want cannabis modernization, but are let down. That's from the Oz.
Oh, no.
And the 2 we have from John, which are about the whole farm bill thing, is Trump signs bill recriminalizing hemp THC products, and Congress just killed hemp. Now what? So we're going to take a look at both of those. So yeah, going to get into the meat of it with those articles there. Seems like big news this week, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy.
Amongst
people
other
over here
things that are not cannabis related, but we won't go into that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so some interesting stories to cover there. And of course, we have the grow guides later on as well. But that's it already. Look at that. Fucking
Boom.
sharp, ain't we? When we get on the show
That
early like
was
this.
professional.
Yeah, professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Maybe it's because it was earlier and everybody's kind of on point right now. I mean,
Maybe.
Maybe a little more awake, a little more with it.
yeah.
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 Do it, lady.
Do it, lady.
You haven't been drinking whiskey for like 3 hours leading up to the show.
Well, I usually
Yeah.
only start drinking like an hour before the show. Because
Oh,
if I did
okay.
drink for 3, I'm going to try and speak. You know, and 3 hours of whiskey, it can impede the ability to speak properly.
Maybe we should do a
It would.
show one time, kind of like how drunk history is.
What, just like get drunk?
Have you not seen Drunk History? Have you ever watched that?
I haven't
I
seen
don't
it in
know.
a while, but I have seen it before, yeah.
Oh, that shit is amazing. I love watching that.
Well, I tell you now, I
It
can
is
handle
good
my
shit.
Not
whiskey.
anymore.
So if anybody wants to sit down and have a whiskey drinking session, I bet I'll last the longest.
Well, I bet you would too.
But
That's
not,
right.
not on that whiskey. I've got some, as I said before the show here, I got some whiskey here, 17-year-old whiskey, and it's 100 proof, which is 57.1% alcohol. So yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to handle too much of that whiskey. Jesus.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right.
And do you drink your whiskey neat?
Yes.
Okay. Just check.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah, you should have heard that argument. Oh my god.
check.
Yeah.
So this is discussed before I
Because
take it.
when the
Yeah.
missus comes along and she wanted some whiskey so she could put some cherry cola in the other day. It's
Well,
like
that's
a,
something totally different.
you know, I don't drink shit whiskey. I only drink good whiskey, 12 years old. And you know, good Glenfiddich, it was a 12-year Glenfiddich it was. And she wanted to come and mix with cherry fucking cola. I was like, this isn't JD. You can't just mix this with fucking Coca-Cola. Gosh.
Oh,
gosh.
shit.
Yeah. But she did anyway, because, you know, she does what she wants. So.
As you do.
As you do. As you do.
That's right.
But yeah, man. Don't mix cola with whiskey, everybody. It's not how it's supposed to be done. Just saying.
Mm.
Oh, man. It seems like we're already ready to move on to the news. Don't you think?
Psh, why not?
I think
Yeah,
so.
already? Okay, hit like button and subscribe and all that stuff if you haven't already, everybody.
Share. Do all the things.
Share. Yeah, that would be cool as well. But yeah, it's time for the news. Let's do it.
Right.
So let's get stuck in straight away now. We always like to offer warnings when we mention Trump. I know some people get easily triggered by him. We are going to mention Trump's name a few times right now. So, you know, make
Most
sure you
likely.
check under the bed. Make sure he's not there. He's not going to come and get you. Just brace yourselves while we discuss this shit going on with the Farm Bill.
right.
What's going on there, John? Where do we which one do you want to start with?
I think we start with the Trump signs the bill, because I want to just
Okay.
run down that one. That's a little shorter.
Okay.
Kind of will set us off, I guess, right?
It's going to
And
set
then-
us off. Brace yourselves.
Yeah, I didn't mean set us off in that sense. I meant set us forward. Let's go that route. So
I like it. Let's go.
So Trump signs bill recriminalizing hemp THC products. So I'm
Here we
torn
go.
between this because lots of things have been happening in the U.S., as most of you know. But this was a big thing that kind of came up at the end. So we're going to start here. So President Donald Trump signed a spending bill to end the government shutdown that contains provisions to recriminalize hemp THC products, with the ban set to take effect in 1 year, even though he previously signed legislation to legalize the products in 2018. The House Rules Committee blocked an amendment from Representative Tom Massey that would have saved hemp products from recriminalization, while Senator Chris Van Hollen said lawmakers should work on crafting balanced science-based regulations in the year before the ban takes effect. Vice President J.D. Vance, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and other top Trump administration officials attended a Make America Healthy Again summit featuring a session on the therapeutic potential of psychedelics. A new poll of Florida likely voters found that 89% believe voters should have the right to vote on if adult personal use of cannabis should be allowed or not allowed in the state, rather than leaving the issue to politicians to decide. And a new study found that high intensity cannabis use is linked to higher relationship satisfaction. Whatever. Let me scroll down. I don't even like this first one. I got to get down here. Maybe that's about it for that one, I think, actually.
Well, you don't want to read out the rest?
Which part are you seeing?
I don't, there was a lot to the article still, right?
Well, there's a whole bunch of stuff where it goes back and forth and tells you other things pertaining to specific states, specific it's just not it's just a highlight one on this one.
Right. And you're going into
In
more
my
detail with the
opinion.
next one. So what do we
Right.
think about this so far? Is it
I
Do you think
didn't
it's really
realize
gonna
it banned it in a year's time. So it's like that. I don't even know what to say. about that.
So what they're doing is they're giving everyone a year to kind of figure it out. So it
Figure
gives
what
all
out?
the well, as it sits right now, once this goes into effect in a year, there will be no use of Delta 8s, Delta 9s, any of the synthetics. If it's not from the plant naturally, you can't
Right.
use it.
Mhm.
If it's above 0.3, it ain't happening. Like, so they kind of stripped the loophole is what happened.
Yeah, because there was
Right,
that
so
Farm
no
Bill loophole
drinks.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So so they're giving everybody a year to, one, be able to go, okay, Congress, what do you want to do about this, right? And then and let businesses and stuff figure out what they're going to do, because it is, if this stays on track, it's going to I don't know what the word is I want to use, because I don't want to fearmonger anybody, but it is going to ruin a lot of businesses. And
Mhm.
it's going to remove a lot of revenue from the businesses, the states. Employment's going to suffer, all these kind of things, right?
Mhm.
So it's kind of crazy. So the next article, right, has a little bit more information about what is going to take place, or what the kind of rules are based on it. So let's start off on that one. So the anti-hemp lobby scored an overwhelming victory when the U.S. House of Representatives voted in favor of funding of a funding package called Continuing Resolution that includes a new and more restrictive definition of hemp. So that's the big thing. And significant prohibitions on hemp and hemp products. Despite vigorous advocacy for hemp by Senator Paul Rand, the anti-hemp provisions made it into law. Congress enacted a THC ban that goes well beyond THC to strike a lethal blow on the entire hemp industry, including CBD. So let's just kind of summarize a little bit about it. So what does the new law do, and when does it go into effect? The new hemp provisions, they're at the bottom, go into effect in 365 days or November 12th, 2026. The CR makes the following changes to the 2018 Farm Bill hemp provisions. So it defines hemp with respect to total THC, including THCA, and all THC isomers, Delta 8, Delta 10, Delta 9, etc. In other words, the sum of all forms of THC, including THCA, may not exceed 0.3% on a dry weight basis. Notably, the new language does not even consider decarboxylated THCA. This presumably means that all THCA and not just 0.877% of the THCA, i.e. the decarboxylation conversion, must be counted. It prohibits viable cannabis seeds from non-hemp cannabis plants. It prohibits any cannabinoids that are not naturally produced by the cannabis plant.
Hold on. Let's just go back over that one, because that one's quite a stinger. I mean, so far it seems kind of normal, because we're trying to ban these different offshoots of THCA, and this is hemp-derived THC, so it's less than 3%, because we've got all them rules going in there. But then when it says prohibits viable cannabis seeds from non-hemp cannabis plants, so anything more than 3,
the big one.
that's fucked. That's going to stop a lot of people having access to seeds again, right?
Right.
Wow.
You know, and I don't understand how. I don't know how they're going to be able to track that, right? Because people are going to be able to be like, oh no, this is wrong, whatever. So are they going to go into every place and get all the seeds of every strain and stuff, and then they're going to test them all? They're going to grow them out and test them? Like, what are they going to do?
Maybe.
You know,
it would have surprised me, because they do that kind of shit sometimes.
Thousands and thousands of different plants they'd have to grow to determine that. I don't know if they'd do that.
Just scary about the seed. Well, they could stop people producing the seeds. Like if they went to test a plant that was high in THC and it had seeds in it, they could kill it because it's got the seeds in it, right?
Right.
So breeding in the USA is gonna be massively reduced once this happens, right?
I would think so. So my thought is this, and we haven't hit this. I don't even know if they're gonna touch on this or not, but like, so the states have their own, right? So I think the main problem with this is going to be the like the transporting state stuff, etc.
Interstate
like
commerce
the hemp
and things again,
right? Like, so like, whereas under the Farm Bill with the hemp as it is like, that's why you can just send seeds across. You know, other companies can make drinks and sell them to, you know, from Minnesota to North Dakota, etc. And that would stop.
Wow.
Also, so it's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
So where were we on this one?
Gross.
Prohibits any cannabinoids.
Yeah. So any cannabinoids that are capable of being naturally produced by the cannabis plant, but are synthesized or manufactured outside of the plant. So that's where, you know, the excess of THC comes from. You know, when you take CBD plants and stuff. Prohibits any products containing more than 0.4 milligrams combined total per container of any THC, including THCA, which right there kills like pretty much all the drinks, any gummies, etc. Any products containing any other cannabinoids that have similar effects or are marketed to have similar effects on humans or animals as tetrahydrocannabinol, THC, right? Defines intermediate hemp products and requires the FDA to publish a number of items related to THC and to provide more specifically or more specificity regarding the definition of container. I'm not exactly sure what that one means.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
Intermediate
I'm not
hemp
sure.
products requires FDA to publish a number of. So what they're gonna tell you what items are allowed or something? Because it defines would be they have to actually tell you what the products are, so they can't less
Right.
chance of there being loopholes, right?
Right.
Because
And I
people would
wonder
be
if
like, "Oh,
it
it's not
also
cannabis. Look, we've added this to it," or some
right,
bullshit.
but I think it maybe goes to like what's in said container also, what they consider a container and what's in it, right? So
Ridiculous.
I'm not sure. So let's move on a little bit and see what else they got to say. So the question of what, if any, consumer hemp products will survive this new law has been the subject of fierce debate. The answer is simple. No consumer hemp products other than hemp seeds and hemp seed oils will survive this law. I don't know if that's, I mean, they're not going to be banning rope or clothing or anything like that. You know, it doesn't stop that.
Yeah, because that's less than
No.
3% THC.
Right.
But I think they're
So,
just
I
talking
mean,
about like food
right.
products
Yeah, food or
or
yeah, smokables,
ingestibles or
etc.
inhalables
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So although the bill was marketed to lawmakers as targeting intoxicating hemp and not impacting CBD, the fact is that the CR kills the CBD sector too. First, most CBD products contain more than 0.4 milligrams of THC. Second, at length, this provision criminalizes the manufacturing of CBD isolate products, since the process of isolating CBD necessarily results in excess waste stream THC exceeding 0.3%. So what now? Even though the anti-hemp provision in the CR do not go into effect for a year, the ramifications will be immediate. The CR will freeze up the industry in a number of ways. Investment capital will dry up quickly, and hemp companies are unlikely to invest in new product development, long-term supply agreements, leases, and expansions, new hiring, etc., which is the employment and the economy that's going to get kind of hammered in this. We can expect that some hemp companies will exit the industry in early 2026. That being said, I anticipate that many will stay. From a pure economic standpoint, going on a business sale can generate fast cash. We can expect that a lot of hemp products will be sold in 2026 under the threat of them going away forever. A year-long closeout sale on hemp products will generate a lot of revenue for companies willing to stay in the industry. But what are they going to do after that? So there's been a lot of talk on interstate or intrastate hemp industry in which companies conduct all of their activities within the borders of a hemp-friendly state. While this is technically feasible, it's really just a different version of the adult use, quote unquote, recreational marijuana market, with all the incumbent problems, including 280E taxation, problems with banking and merchant processing, and persistent threat of federal criminal charges, which is going to be a big one for companies too. Like that, are we going to start having the government going in and just raiding CBD shops? Like,
Could
man,
happen.
Yeah, that's it.
Freezing all their
Maybe.
finances and
I mean,
it's definitely not a no,
yeah.
Right.
Everything going on right now is like, what's one more thing?
Right. So, in the big picture, the only viable option for the hemp industry is to engage in a full-blown lobbying effort to enact a better law. So, yes, everybody contact your people, your congressmen and women, your senators, like get it out there, start talking to people. Because we need this turned around, right?
Yeah, this is terrible news, man.
Yeah,
it's
so
not good.
I'm just kind of breezing over this a little bit more to see what else we got. I mean, pretty much all the rest of it.
Okay, so why is it happening? Because I'm hearing like conflicting stories here, because people are saying this is Trump did it, but was it Congress? 'Cause I heard that Congress was doing it.
So
I've heard Trump's doing it. What's the story behind why this bill is passing in the first place?
So I don't know all the details, but like it's because Congress passed it. It wasn't Trump saying, "Hey guys, throw this in there," per se. Congress put it into this continuing resolution to open the country back up, to get the SNAP, the federal government back going, you know, federal employees paid, et cetera, et cetera. In my opinion, he had to sign it.
Right. Yeah, because
You know what I mean?
It'd been the longest shutdown in American history, so
It's
it
one
had
of the
to be-
things that's been snuck in there. You mean basically?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like they do with
it
other
was kind of
shit, yeah.
snuck in.
Who
And
snuck
as
in there?
far
The
as-
Republicans snuck it in there, right?
Yeah, it was Mitch McConnell. I think him and some others were the ones that put it in. You know, and I know, I'm sure there was other things in there, but I don't believe in the beginning it was in there. Like when the first initial CRs came out, I don't think it was in there, but I could be wrong. I didn't look at all the iterations of what was happening. But I mean, it's you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't in this situation, honestly.
Yeah, the
For the
seeds
country.
part of thing is bullshit, isn't it? Really, there's this. It's
Yeah.
like significant regulations. Oh yeah, we're going to stop everyone having fucking seeds and jobs as well. The amount
Yeah.
of jobs you're not going to have because of it as well, especially in the hemp industry. It's
Right.
crazy. It's I
Right.
just think it's wank. Like worse than that, it's dog wank. But felched dog wank, in fact, to say that. Spat out on the
Yeah.
floor by a homeless fishmonger. There you go. That's how bad. That is how bad it is. Yeah.
Right.
That is
right.
how bad this bill is, man. It is just
It
stupid.
it was stupid, and it was a huge impact to us, right? Any cannabis user. It's kind of shattering, and it's weird that I'm seeing this trend though, right? Of reverting all this stuff. I mean, it happened in Thailand.
Yeah, but they reverted
know,
back.
Did they again now? See, I
Yeah.
hadn't heard that. Last I heard, they were still
It keeps going backwards and
changing it
forwards.
back.
Do you think
See,
if there's
I think
enough
that's
out,
going to happen here too.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think that if there's enough outcry, will they pull back the legalization or something here?
I think what's going to end up happening, and this is just my opinion, is that they're going to take this year to go back in and debate. Somebody's going to bring a bill back, you know, bring forward a bill to still regulate some of this. But you know, I think it'll get back on track, but it might not be what it was such a huge loophole, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because of just how many jobs are going to be lost, how many medical patients this is going to, you know, affect in a sense. So I think it's going to be a huge outcry here, let's say in the next 6 months, right?
But I
That's
guess
just me.
is the cannabis lobby more powerful than the alcohol lobby? There's that
No, and
question.
see that was another thing too that kind of you know, people are assuming brought part of this on too.
Yeah.
Was the alcohol, you know, lobbyists and stuff, which I get it. We've done a lot of stories on how people are kind of transitioning more to the hemp drinks, etc., and how alcohol is dropping, you know. But okay, why don't they, in my opinion, why aren't they sitting back and going, you know what, hey, let's make our own then.
Yeah, that's
We'll
right.
throw
Why
a
aren't they
mix
getting
of it,
involved?
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just come out with a new, let's do some R&D. Let's get our own drink out there. You know, and then they can benefit from it, even though they had that loss of alcohol. They could pick it up with this. Like, I don't understand. Maybe it's
just too
because
costly. It's easier to fight the bill and like do this legislatively than to have to go do all the, you know, research and development.
maybe
Shit.
I mean, but they've got so much goddamn money. I can't see it being money being a problem in that sense.
That's true too.
You know, I just
But they're also late to the game. And I listened to a whole
Yeah.
podcast yesterday about just some research that was done around cannabis beverages specifically.
mhm.
And there's so many cannabis beverage brands already in the States.
Oh, a bajillion.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy. Everybody's
So I don't
making
know.
them.
Maybe they're just like, it's hard to get into that market share or whatever.
Yeah,
'cause
and
they're
maybe but
behind.
they got the name. They got the name
That's
behind
true.
it. They should be able to just drop it right in. You know what I mean? I think another problem of it, of them wanting to do that, would be the transport stuff, like cross state lines into other states, right? Because like take a state that doesn't allow that, right, where they're already delivering cases and cases of beer, right? But they can't now take that. So I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with that too. Who knows?
Bullshit,
But
man.
it is.
That's some
It is
bullshit.
kind of a shit show for sure. And
Definitely
you know,
two steps back. It was like one step forward,
Yeah.
two steps back now. It's
that was
shitty.
it was kind of a crapshoot, you know. And
Like so much for
this is
descheduling.
Yeah,
Rescheduling.
that
Now
that
they're
was
like,
just a couple
"Fuck
of weeks
you.
ago we were talking about that. But
yeah,
Can't have any of
And-
it now."
yeah, and this really, this is what I hate about U.S. politics, and I don't know if it's so much in Canada or the U.K. or anywhere else, honestly, but that we're allowed to just throw shit in on whatever we want, right?
Mhm.
And all sides do it. I'm not saying it's one or the other. All sides goddamn do it. And I think we as the people would be so much happier if we could actually just see one bill that says one thing pertaining to that. And so
Right.
many things would get passed so much easier.
Instead of these bills that have like a cluster of different
Yeah.
like pieces of legislation that are completely also unrelated to each other.
yeah, that's
Right.
crazy how
Yeah.
that
Because
happens,
I mean, like this is completely unrelated to why the hell we need to open the country.
100%.
You know,
I agree with that.
So
Yeah, it's-
so this did not need to happen, and it was a dick move in my opinion.
yeah.
So, but again, had to open the country. Somebody had to make a goddamn choice. It took us 40 some days to get to everybody voting on something, you know? So
maybe that's it. Maybe it's sign the bill, get the government open, and we can deal with this later. Maybe
Right,
maybe in a year's time this won't even have taken place. Maybe it will get pulled at
Right.
some point.
And I mean, we got some heavy hitters in Congress and the Senate that are for this legislation, you know, to legalize or at least keep the hemp going, you know, the hemp industry going like it was, et cetera. So I expect to see a lot going forward on this. So,
well, as usual, some crooked behavior from government figures, everybody. Who would have guessed it? There we go. Just quick slide that bill in there. And what else is in there? We're getting this out. We're saying this shit about cannabis. What's happening to cannabis? This law has been snuck in there because we're cannabis related. Well, what's been snuck in there that we still don't even know about? You know what I mean? We know about the cannabis stuff because we're a cannabis show. We'll find this cannabis news, but what else has got snuck in there that they haven't even told us? Like, before you sign that, hold on, let me just pop that in there. Pop that, you know, lift it up and stick it in the middle of the pile so they can't find out again. Like, where was it? Well, it's like, it's lost in there now. Just sign.
And that's how it is too. Like this is on this stuff was on like I think I heard correctly somewhere around like page 223 of this bill.
Yeah, it's not like these bills are like light reading or anything.
Right.
They're like massive. Yeah.
It's all the goddamn word salad bullshit, man, that they put in there that makes it so hard to understand too.
It's like they stick a fucking hood over your head, say bend over. So don't worry, we're just gonna slip a few things in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think it's anything like that, Billy, but that's where your mind takes you. That's cool, bro.
That's what the government actually do. I should think many people in chat agree with me.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how this will develop over time, and of course, we'll keep you informed of any updates, everybody. But good luck to those out there in the USA. Just consider it this way: look on the bright side, right? You're still not going to be as bad as us in the UK. All right, I mean, we're even worse than that. So,
yeah,
what can you do? You just can't trade it in between states. You can still grow your own in some states, you know.
Yeah, yeah. But everybody just needs to kind of. I know people just like to sit back and say, you know, that, oh, I'm just one person, ain't gonna make a difference. I don't care. Send an email to somebody.
There's
you know what I mean? Send an email. Yeah,
that's right.
Shoot a text. Make a phone call.
More
I don't care.
of us
Take
than
5
there is
minutes.
of them.
Yeah.
Adam Bob says you can get seeds. Yeah, I suppose we can, but it's crazy. It's going to change quite a bit over the next year in the USA. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens from here.
There we are.
Let's see what happens. Yes. So, what should we talk about next? Margaret, you want to talk about your news article next?
Yeah. Meanwhile in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit different what's going on up here, but Canadians want more cannabis modernization, but are let down. And let's find out why, shall we? Yeah. Polls showing Canadians support modernizing regulation to help the cannabis industry grow apparently came along too late for the federal government. Abacus Data conducted a poll for cannabis company Organigram Global. It showed Canadians not only support helping the industry, but they see no political downside to doing so. Even so, there was close to nothing about cannabis in the recent federal budget. The budget once again ignores the urgent needs of Canada's legal cannabis sector and fails to address the broken policy framework that continues to undermine one of the country's most promising industries, says industry group Cannabis Council of Canada. 7 years after legalization, Canada's cannabis sector continues to face structural barriers that threaten its viability, says Paul McCarthy, president of C3, as it calls itself, which they're referring to the Cannabis Council of Canada, in a news release. By refusing to act, the government is undermining the confidence in legalization itself. And they are correct. The government has put forth a whole new budget bill, and there's absolutely, as far as I know, nothing in it about cannabis. In the Abacus Organogram poll released 6 days before the budget, nearly 6 in 10 respondents, 59%, believed the federal government should do more to support jobs and innovation in the sector. Canadians are ready for the legal cannabis sector to become a pillar of our economic growth strategy, says Beena Goldenberg, CEO of Organigram Global. There's a clear public mandate for government to modernize how cannabis is treated. At a time when economic headwinds are blowing north from Washington, many Canadians appear ready to double down on homegrown economic sectors that can offer stable jobs and export potential, David Coletto and Kelly Bennett wrote in a poll analysis. Legal cannabis is increasingly viewed not only as a normalized consumer product, but as a sector worth investing in, supporting, and growing. The data reveals a clear political opening for federal leaders. Cannabis is not a liability, it's an opportunity. The industry was offered a ray of hope when a fall economic statement in 2024 indicated the government would look at, and this is pretty big, eliminating the requirement to have different excise stamps for each province. But that was under a different Liberal Prime Minister. The industry says multiple stamps is a costly way to do business. One of the clearest examples of government indifference is the failure to move forward with a single national excise stamp for cannabis. This system forces producers to apply and manage 13 separate provincial and territorial stamps, a logistical nightmare that cost the industry an estimated $100 million every year and wasted time, packaging, materials, and labor, C3 news release said.
So wait, real quick.
Yeah.
For us Americans, so is that like a license or is that like a tax every, like what is that?
Like, as a licensed producer, if you want to sell something in the legal market, you have to have every product that gets sold in a dispensary has an excise stamp on it. And I guess you have to have a different one for every province and territory. So if you're selling product in Ontario, you have to get excise stamps for Ontario. And if you sell them in BC, you have to have excise stamps for BC, et cetera, et cetera.
So it's just essentially just like a label you got to pay for and say, hey, we can do this here.
Yeah. And it proves it's a legal product and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So the system forces producers to apply and manage 13 separate provincial and territorial stamps. I already said that, which costs $100 million a year with all the time and effort and energy and packaging, blah, 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 that they have to go through to get those stamps. The failure to deliver a single national stamp has become the clearest example of government neglect. It's an arbitrary system they created, one that benefits no one.
Mm-hmm.
The cannabis industry would like excise taxes to be reduced. Tax rates were set on a per gram basis at legalization when it was thought cannabis prices would be a lot higher than they turned out to be. Producers still pay a flat rate of $1 per gram levy that results in an effective tax rate of approximately 34%, C3 said. $1 per gram is insane.
What the hell?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I realized it was that high. That's pretty significant. $1 per gram. That's wow. The only item in the budget about cannabis was this. The budget reduces the amount the government reimburses veterans for medically prescribed cannabis from $8.50 per gram to $6 per gram. The budget document notes the current rate is significantly above the market price. A Google AI summary notes.
What?
So they're reducing the amount the government reimburses veterans for medically prescribed cannabis. Interesting.
Yeah.
That is kind of a dick move too.
So the market price they're saying up there is around $6 a gram. Can you walk into the dispensary and buy it at that price, or is it
Maybe.
what, like,
I don't
what
go
is
to
it, like
Well, you
10
dispensary.
have to
bucks
pay
a
and get
gram
a-
on average or something?
Yeah, do they have to
Yeah.
pay the $8.50 and get the money back, or do you have a card to be like, there's a discount?
I don't think there's a card, and this is medically prescribed cannabis, so I'm
Mhm.
not really sure how that would work.
Yeah.
But they were obviously reimbursing veterans for their
Right.
medically prescribed cannabis, and now they're reducing it how much per gram, which does limit you in a way because I'm sure that it varies
Right.
how much you pay depending on what you're buying. And now
But
suddenly you
I
have
bet
less
they give
money.
you extra for, fentanyl and Vicodin and
Yeah,
shit like
probably.
that.
That's
Allegedly.
I don't know.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, sorry.
Yeah. Just throw that in there, just for sure.
Margaret.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Nearly 6 in 10 Canadians, again, that 59%, chose updating the rules to support economic growth and consumer needs rather than maintaining strict limits. 2/3, 67% of Liberal voters supported making it easier for the industry to grow, and 68% were open to federal investment in expanding new product categories. More than 70% said it would be good or okay if Canada became a global leader in wellness-focused cannabis products. 3/4 would welcome breakthroughs in cannabis-based pain and anxiety treatments. The same number supported a future in which legal cannabis generates $5 billion in tax revenue. The poll found 35% of adults reported using cannabis in the past 6 months, and 32% say they've used it in just the last 2 weeks. In the past 6 months, 25% of respondents consumed edibles, 16% used dried flower, and others reported using vaping devices, oils, and beverages. The poll also showed 47% want economic departments like industry or agriculture involved in cannabis policy decisions alongside Health Canada. Health Canada.
Blah, blah, blah.
43% want tougher enforcement against the illegal market, which is also one of C3's demands. 33% want lower business taxes for producers, and 31% want the government to support new product categories like edibles, beverages, and wellness items. What they never talk about. I want lounges. Why aren't they talking about that?
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
a good point. You have to talk about, that's definitely modernization, to give people a place to fucking consume it.
Yeah, or just like maybe relaxing of some of the rules so that maybe some of these cannabis beverages can be served in establishments like bars and restaurants. I would to me that would be modernizing it as well. But I do definitely get the excise tax or like the excise stamp thing. That seems ridiculous as well. So there you go.
Well,
we're
is
talking
that all
about
of it?
very different things when it comes to cannabis in Canada
That's
versus
another
the
poll,
US.
but
Right.
Yeah.
Damn, man. So that's some substantial changes as well, potentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would think so. I mean, like reading the last like 3 paragraphs there above that one thing or whatever, it sounds like why isn't this a thing already? If 67% or 68% or 75% are all for it and everything, why is it not a thing already?
Yeah, and I mean the government's talked a lot of it too about making like interprovincial trade a lot easier with fewer barriers, and to me this seems like a pretty obvious way to start.
Right.
It's just ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
How long has it been legalized in the majority of Canada now?
It's been legal in Canada for 7 years.
Same as the UK.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're further ahead than we are.
Yeah, we are.
Did you guys go medical and rec at the same time?
No,
Margaret?
we had medical before that.
Yeah,
For a while before that.
Yeah,
like 18 months
what I thought.
is the average, isn't it? Is that the average for places that legalize for medical use? Would
It was
usually
like, yeah,
legalize
I think
18
they had,
months
like,
after.
I think they had a medical program for like years before
right.
Yeah.
rec. Yeah.
Yeah, like Minnesota had medical for I don't know how many years, and then we just finally legalized rec.
See, I was thinking when the UK legalized, we're looking at 18 months, 2 years before they legalized
like
for
18
recreational. Yeah, we're looking at fucking 18 years, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But while we're here talking about the sunny motherland that we know as the UK, we should talk about the mess that's going on in the UK as well. It seems to be one of those episodes today. Jesus.
Okay.
Let's have a look at
in
this.
the UK. That's a surprise.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't happen often, so just by odds, it's going to happen now and again,
right.
isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Just broken clock is right twice a day and all that.
That's right.
He takes medical cannabis every day, but worries people think he's a lazy stoner. First off, mate, stop giving a shit what other people fucking think about you. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell them to go fuck themselves. You know what I mean? But
Your
that's
life would
just,
be much
that's just
better.
my opinion. You know what I mean? Who gives a fuck? Does anybody's opinion really matter to anybody nowadays? Fuck you know.
No.
Jesus. You just go and tell ChatGPT to tell you that you feel good, and it will tell you all these nice things. You know, I saw some meme the other day just saying, that person who's just wrong about everything. ChatGPT is there telling him, "Oh, you're completely right."
Probably. It does become a bit of an echo chamber.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you're thinking on the right path.
Yeah.
Anyway. Every morning, John Leader wakes up, has some breakfast, and then takes cannabis before heading to his office job. A 41-year-old from Caerphilly in... I think that was right, Billy. Do you know how to pronounce that word?
That's close enough. Carefully is good enough.
Oh,
that's how I'd say it. Carefully.
Yeah, say it carefully. Yeah.
Yeah, say it carefully.
A 41-year-old from Caerphilly in South Wales uses medical cannabis to help with his anxiety, but until agreeing to speak to the BBC, nobody John worked with realised he took it. In quotation marks here, I was a little bit nervous, and are they going to start thinking you come to work stoned, said John, one of the estimated tens of thousands of people in the UK with private cannabis prescriptions. Because, we have tens of thousands of those, but only 5. If you're listening to the 420 news the other day, we covered something like this, where only, and that was fucking censored by YouTube within 10 minutes, everybody. How crap is that?
Jesus.
Yeah, 10 minutes is like, oh, this is not safe content, So thanks, YouTube. I did go off on a bit of a rant, but there's only 5 people in the UK who have a NHS prescription for cannabis. Everybody else has to go to these private clinics. Anyway, private clinics are prescribing high-potency cannabis for people with psychiatric disorders such as depression and PTSD. Professor Sir Robin Murray, former president of European Psychiatric Association, told the BBC. There's a lot of evidence that high-potency cannabis makes these conditions worse, and indeed... Oh, can you say that word on YouTube now? And indeed, suicidal. He added, "Yeah, we'll get flagged for that. You can't say that word." YouTubers cover it up by saying things
in
like
the article, YouTube.
Suicide is what they say instead.
Yeah. Unalive themselves.
Crazy. Yeah, that's
Yes,
right.
I've heard
All
that a
these crazy
lot.
things. Yeah, and you're like, what are you talking about? Yeah, cannabis can only be prescribed by a specialist consultant with proof that other treatments haven't worked. Cannabis flower or buds have hardly been prescribed on the NHS since the law changed to allow it for medical reasons in 2018. But there is a growing private industry. That's right, a lot of envelopes get passed around. Most patients we spoke to were paying a few £100s per month to get cannabis.
Son of a bitch.
So I had to mute to sneeze there. Jesus.
Holy.
I'm glad I actually sneezed though, because it would have been, when you go to sneeze sometimes, you're like, right, I'm gotta sneeze, and then it don't come here. It was only 5 seconds. I probably could have gone by and not even mentioned it, and nobody would have known. But just saying. Yeah, so people are paying a few £100s per month. Some patients, like John, said that using medical cannabis gave him the benefits they hoped to get from medications such as antidepressants. Getting behind the wheel of a car, through security at an airport, or even into a bar or club are all things patients say they have to think about carefully, and they must remember to always take their prescription to avoid being criminalized. Absolutely. And even if you did take it, you could still be criminalized. It's a joke.
Right.
It's fucking ridiculous. So I don't know if the statistics are still the same. Billy, you might know, but it was like 75% of police officers were still not aware that cannabis is legal for medical use. And this was like last year we reported on that. Do you know if them numbers have changed, Billy?
Probably got lower because of all the new fucking recruits coming in are dumb as fuck. So
yeah. True story. Yeah.
But that's just my opinion.
Yeah. We got more here. Some says they still live in fear of being stopped by police, dismissed from their jobs, or even losing access to their children because of the cannabis they are prescribed and the stigma attached to it. Yeah, man, and that's scary for lots of people who are using cannabis medicinally, especially in the UK, because you can't even, some properties, say if you're living in a private landlord property and they say you can't smoke, how are you going to consume your medical cannabis? Maybe you go and smoke it outside, but then you've got neighbors who are also anti-cannabis, so you can't go out and smoke cannabis in the back garden. Even though you're legally prescribed to do this, this is your legally prescribed medicine. You jumped through all the necessary hoops that you needed to jump to. You went to see the doctor, you paid the prescription fee, and now you're allowed to have access to the cannabis. So you've jumped through all the hoops, and a doctor said you can have this, but the neighbour's going to grass you into the housing inspector and you're going to get kicked out of your house for using drugs when it's not part of your tenancy agreement. How does that sound? Yeah. Scary. You got kids? Sorry, John, you were saying.
This is something that really just upsets me in general since cannabis has gone, medical, is that there are no protections like this for those people, right? And it's sad for work, for anything, right? Like I get it if your neighbor's like, oh, I don't like that you smoke or that you're using or whatever, big fucking deal. They have no, they have nothing to do with you continuing your life. Whereas like your job going, oh, well, I see you're using medical cannabis, we got to let you go, like that's just so stupid, man.
That's right. The stigma's still there in many places. It carries on here. Some say they still live in fear of being stopped. Did we read that? Yeah. One patient told the BBC she had a letter from her neighbour complaining about the smell of cannabis coming from her flat. She says, I was scared, admitted Kat Turner, 26, who puts pillows in front of her door in an attempt to stop the smell from spreading. This is a 26-year-old woman living in her own flat. And she feels like she needs to block the doors like she's a teenager living in her parents' house. That's fucked.
Yeah. The fuck?
Madness, man. I feared my neighbours would call the police. That's what this cat says here. This lady, her name is Cat. She's not a cat. They could have called the police. That was my fear. I use my front door as little as possible because I'm afraid of any smell going into the communal area. Cat takes cannabis after being diagnosed with functional neurological disorder, but the drug can also be prescribed for things like PTSD, OCD, anxiety, and depression. John admits he was nervous about telling his work he took medical cannabis for his anxiety because he thought his bosses might think he'll be working, in quotation marks, doped up. Ridiculous. Sorry if my throat sounds a bit fucked. I've been ill this week, everybody. So
yeah, season.
Indeed it is.
That's his excuse.
Yeah, that's his
well,
excuse.
listen to the last episode of the 420 News, man. It just sound fucked. But yeah, a little bit better today. I'm feeling better today on the way out of it. In films and comedy programs, it's funny to depict people who smoke weed as lazy and clumsy, said John. But really, that's not how it is. It just calms me down a little bit. And that's it. The stereotypical stoner, is a lazy stoner person. Everybody knows what the connotations of that is when you say the word stoner. Everybody has a particular image, and it's not a guy in a business suit working hard in the office, is it? John works for one of the country's largest employers. That must mean he works for the government, and said they've been incredibly supportive, but asked him not to name them. Patients and clinics that prescribe cannabis say there is little public awareness cannabis can be legal with a prescription, and John was worried about some people just think of a lazy stoner when talking about someone who uses cannabis. And this is just a quick tangent. We've been playing chess in the chess club over on Percy's Grow Room. We have a chess club now. And, everybody who listens to the show knows that I used to smoke an absolutely disgusting amount of cannabis. I used to go through that shit. And I didn't give a fuck. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. And I used to be in chess tournaments. So I'd go to these chess tournaments, just all these old guys. And I would go there stinking. I'll smoke a spliff and go into the room. I wouldn't wait for it to air off. I don't give a fuck. And I'll go into the tournament room and just stink the place out. And got all puffed up red eyes and shit. and sit down opposite somebody at the board, and they're like, "Oh, this one's gonna be easy." No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I destroyed them all, stoned and stinking, and the stereotype of what a stoner was to them changed that day. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it was. I just always enjoyed that about going in there stoned as fuck and just smashing people at the chest. Just they was not expecting it. Where were we with this? Being called a lazy stoner. He was first given medical cannabis after a mental health breakdown in his late 30s. I'll get big spikes in my anxiety, dwell on random incidents from the past, and start panicking about most random things. Is that just not normal? Is that not 3 o'clock thoughts for everybody? When you're lying there and you're like, oh, fuck, what a dickhead. Fuck. This happened 15 years ago, you know? And people don't remember it. You're the only person who remembers it. Stop it. Don't we all do that at 3 o'clock in the morning? No, maybe not.
I'm usually sleeping.
Oh, really? Wow. Lucky you. Weed stops all of that for me. John, who was recently diagnosed with autism and is awaiting a possible ADHD diagnosis, said he was prescribed cannabis flower, the industry term given to cannabis buds. One condition... one condition for John being able to access this treatment is that the buds must be vaped in a special cannabis vaporizer rather than smoked. The most recent data suggests there were more than 50,000 private cannabis prescriptions in July 2024, with figures expected to have grown since. That's a shitload of people. It is not just Kat's neighbor who questions her cannabis usage. She also was not allowed to take her medicinal cannabis into hospital last year. How fucked is that?
What?
You know what I mean?
What?
So fine, the NHS doesn't want to provide for it, but it's a legal medicine, and you can't take your medicine into hospital with you? Crazy.
Right.
See, but you're like, so even when you go into the hospital here, most of the time they tell you to leave your prescriptions at home.
Oh, right.
They'll give you.
They'll provide it for you.
They'll give you the new prescriptions. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they should provide the medical cannabis then if they're saying
they should. Yeah.
She says her functional neurological disorder means she can lose total control of her body, suffer intense tics and seizures. The insurance worker from South Wales was given a 3-week inpatient rehabilitation appointment at a specialist NHS unit in Bristol. But she told us, despite informing staff before the arrival, when she got to the hospital, she was told she would not be allowed her cannabis. That's fucked, man. Crazy. And there's lots of different stories in this article. I don't have the same degree of night terrors from this lady here. She uses cannabis to help with night terrors and shit, and fibromyalgia, as well it says there. Yeah, like there's a few different stories in this one story, all about how people who are using cannabis for medicine
are worried.
Suffering stigma and still concerned.
Yeah.
Even though it's been 7 years since we had that legalization take place. It's a fucking joke, man.
Fucking stupid, man.
It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
But they apparently got 50. Well, that was last year in July, so it's been more than a year since then. That was 50,000 people, and let's say these 50,000 people are spending £50 a week, £200 a month. Wow, how much does that add up to? That's a shitload of money pouring in, isn't it? It's ridiculous, man. Fucking hell. Brian Cox in the chat says 2 weeks ago in hospital UK, I asked nurse about any areas for vaping medical canna. Nurse replied, "You can't use that here," and went red faced. Fucking hell. Ridiculous. 7 years after legalization, we're still living like this. It's a joke. What do you think about this one, Billy?
As long as it's got a vaporizer, I would use it anyway because
Yeah.
It's your medication prescribed by the official, so they can't deny you taking your medication. It's like almost against your human rights. So I'll just it's like, this is my human right, stand there and vaporize it. Unless you need to provide me an area, or I'm going to do it in my bed. If you know what I mean, and send them emails so you got and record it on video of you telling the nurse and all of that. Things like that. That's what I'd do.
Good idea.
And if you don't do that sort of thing, then you ain't ever going to be able to. You shouldn't use it. I think fuck you. Then don't use it. Fuck off out in the cold. If you ain't prepared to stand for yourself and your own medication, and then bollocks to you. I don't give a fuck. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I advise you what to do, but if you ain't going to do it, then I don't give a fuck. It's your problem.
Do
You know
they
what I mean?
provide areas for people to
You
smoke?
need to stay.
Yeah, but you have to go outside of the
outside.
hospital. You can't
Yeah.
smoke indoors.
Outside under a shelter. Yeah, so they should
Yeah.
provide somewhere for people to medicate inside as well, because obviously this medication shouldn't be
It's
forced
that dog.
outside.
It's that dog playing with a toy.
I can hear it squeaking too.
It isn't my
Yeah,
dog.
if you sit in your
goddamn.
hospital bed, draw the curtains and use it discreetly, and then it's very difficult for people to smell because unless you're blowing loads of vapor out, then you
Yeah.
shouldn't be. You should be keeping all that vapor in, and if you are
But you
blowing
shouldn't
loads
have to.
out, then you're
You
taking
still,
too
you
much.
still shouldn't have to do all that shit.
But you shouldn't have to do all that shit
medicine.
anyway. Yeah, because it's illegal medicine. So
Yeah.
you're technically using illegal medicine because they can't actually stop you.
Wow.
And it's just to see, I'll test them to see what they do. We'll get security then. Right, throw me out. What are they? What is the nurse actually going to do? You know what I mean? What can they physically do to you to stop you? Yeah. Just someone telling you you can't do something. If you're just going to listen to people like that the whole time, then I have no sympathy for you. You can suffer because there's plenty of people out there who need to fight other people to fight for their rights, and they're not.
That's right.
They're not standing up for themselves, so it affects others. So yeah.
Well, that's one part of the medical problems in the UK for these people using medical cannabis and suffering stigma. But it looks as if the medical cannabis industry is doing very well. Hey, Billy?
Yeah, of course it is. It's worth money, so it's going to be fucking doing as well as it can, innit? Really, to be honest. And more shit like this proves it, because Curaleaf, again, one of the biggest leaders of medical cannabis products, is about to announce they're partnering with an Australian National Therapeutics Group, the ANTG.
Okay, can we just take a
Australia's
second there
respected ones.
to appreciate that professional, brilliantly smoothed in segue there?
That
That
was
was
quite
wonderful.
very professional.
It was
Yeah,
fucking
that was
nice.
a good one.
Nice. Good teamwork there, Billy.
Boy,
Well done. Well done.
yeah, I like how you stopped my flow by trying to big yourself.
Well, you got to
up
go
with your
back and point
segue.
out and be like, everybody, did you see that? Did you see that?
Boy, did you see that? Yeah, but
I mean,
it's not so
does
professional when you have to
detract.
point it out.
Yeah,
like,
it does
did
detract
from the
like 30
professionalism.
that's
seconds
just a matter of
straight away.
opinion, all right? That's
Yeah,
just,
I
that was
suppose
too good
that's
for
the
it to be
point.
overlooked. It was so smooth, it could easily have been overlooked. So we needed
Okay.
to stop and point it out.
They
But
could have
now
been
we
watching
know.
some professional news production on the mainstream. Well, I would
Look,
say on the mainstream media, because
I'm
we'd be
just
lying out
saying,
our arses.
we did well, and I thought that was very professional and nice. Well done, Billy.
Okay.
Very good.
That's right. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for saying it was also professional and nice. That's right. None of you did. That's why I pointed it out.
Yeah.
Sorry, Billy. You were saying.
Okay. Right, where was we again? Curaleaf.
Just start from the beginning,
And-
mate. Just start from the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah. So you all know Curaleaf are meant to be medical cannabis producers in the UK, and they've teamed up with an Australian team who are meant to be one of the biggest and nicest ones in Australia. So together they're going to become some big conglomerate selling us legal cannabis.
Yay.
So for the people in Australia where it's illegal, and for the people in the UK where it's illegal, then, well, don't worry, these companies are partnering up to sell you some legal weed. Hey, that's nice for everyone. So yeah, they're just basically pairing up, and for their manufacturing and distribution networks and all of that, because obviously if you pair up, then you get more control of the market, so therefore you make more money for yourselves and your shareholders. So obviously they call it pharmaceutical grade cannabis, yeah, because it's like basically they've grown it themselves and sold it as a pharmacological product, even though it's just a bit of flour, or they've made some salve or something. Haha. Hey, John. Together the companies aimed, So together the companies aim to meet the demand for safe and effective and reliably sourced medical cannabis products in the UK market. But, well, is it safe and effective and reliable? Well, we've only got their word for that, isn't it? Because a lot of it's like mold in it and shit like that. And it's only effective if they're able to deliver the medication on time, which they've had loads of problems. And for people that can't afford it, it's not very effective, is it? Because they can't fucking afford it. So is it safe and effective and reliable for them? It is for the people who've got money and who can afford to buy as much as they can. If you know what I mean, and as much as they want to sell them, because I don't think there's a limit on what they really sell you. As long as you can like prove you take it and need it, then like they'll take thousands off you each month, no bother. So basically, they just think this reckons there's going to be more support for patients and pharmaceutical grade stuff available for people, but it just means that they can distribute their medicines quicker and faster, which obviously does help for the people that need it and are taking the medicines, but it doesn't help for the people who are still living in the sort of legacy market world, because we're also getting punished. And that dude in the previous story is scared about even taking his medication and going to work still. It's like, so while these companies are earning billions off of the market, there's still like a long list of issues which are not dealt with. And again, it's just another story of more companies teaming up to make a load of fucking money while all the people who actually need it are suffering still.
Yeah.
So it's standard life in the UK. This is all the UK government and all the businesses are making lots of money, and everyone else is suffering, sort of. So whatever you want to look at, from health angles to housing to whatever it is in the UK, it's fucked, and we're getting fucked. Like I said earlier, we're getting bent over by fishmongers.
Brilliant. Wow. This is so stupid too that they allow this to happen, right? In the UK. Oh, let's go ahead and we're gonna let you guys team up, make all these things for us, but the NHS still isn't doing it. Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, it's something like they're partnering up with each other, and then they just are still like, nah, mate, and you're like, well, these billion-dollar companies seem to fucking think it's okay.
Well, they've got 50,000 people last year that were paying money for medical prescriptions that apparently don't work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And even though the most recent report come out and said that like 85% of people saying that the cannabis they've been prescribed themselves does work.
Right.
So it's
stupid,
just contradiction along contradiction.
Dicks.
So yeah, I won't rant anymore, but cunts.
It's just pretty clear that there's envelopes that have been passed around allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
That's right.
It just thinks of corruption. All this shit does, man. For the government to just sit back and allow private companies to do this while we get prosecuted if we want to grow just a couple of plants in a spare room for our own personal fucking consumption.
That is insane.
Yeah, it's like there's an echo.
Isn't the government supposed to be working for us and not everyone? I know we're not.
Allegedly.
I know that was one time a dream, but
it's crazy, isn't it?
It doesn't even matter what country you're in. Everybody's got the same thought on that.
Yeah. Yep.
And people say, is it legal to grow cannabis in the UK? And it's like, yes, it is. If you've got enough money to pay the government enough money to fucking ignore you and write you a little piece of paper. Oh, here's a certificate. Here's a license. Now you can do it. Off you go. Oh, can I get a license? No, plebe. You can't fucking have it. Get back down the coal mine. That's what I mean. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Shit, man.
Put your hood on, the fishmonger's coming round.
That's right. Wow. Anyway, so yeah, good time. It's been good news this week, hasn't it?
Yeah, great news this week.
I appreciate your sarcasm, Macky. That was nice.
Gosh. Yeah. I had to lay it on really thick just to make sure everyone could see it. Don't have to go explaining it again like I did that segue. Fucking hell. You know what I mean? But anyway, we got some forum news here as well. We still have this 420 news that I'm doing on Tuesdays with a CH, Tuesday. You know how we roll. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4:20 GMT. I'll do 10 to 15, maybe 20 minutes of just a single news story that I'll talk through.
Which is a new fun thing on the schedule, right?
Yeah.
Schedule, yes.
Schedule.
Schedule.
Schedule. If it's Tuesday, shouldn't it be on the schedule?
No, because it would be schedule.
They're both wrong. It doesn't matter.
Very true. They're both as wrong as each other. Anyway, yeah, man. So I'm enjoying doing that. It's good. And it's shocking when it's just a 15-minute stream, around 15 minutes. It just starts and then it finishes pretty much. You don't even realize when you used to stream it for over an hour, and it's 15 minutes. You're like, did I do that stream earlier? It's like, yeah, you did. It's like, okay. How's it doing? Oh, it's banned by YouTube already. Brilliant. Okay, no. But yeah, it's been going well. But this week as well, we used to have a chess club over at Percy's Grow Room, but not many people played. So it just kind of faded off into the distance. But we've resurrected the chess club. We've got 12 people in there now. 12 people playing in the fucking chess club. It's nice. It's good to see people playing chess. Some new guys, people learning how to play. Some people, just getting back into it. They do know how to play, but haven't played for many years. But it seems like everybody's enjoying it, especially Viking. Viking is a little bit, I think he's got a bit obsessive about chess. Oh, there he is in the chat now. Just appears up. Fuck chess.
Speaking of the devil.
Yeah.
He knew you were going to talk about him.
Oh yeah. That's he's supposed to be in bed. You shouldn't have heard this. Fuck. He's up 2 hours earlier than usual.
Isn't it like 3 hours? Isn't it like 3 a.m. or something there?
But 3-4 a.m. for him right now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Jesus. I bet he's up playing chess. Gosh, bro.
Probably. Or he's farming. One of the two.
Yeah, man. Logging. So if you play chess and you're a member of the forum, then come and get involved in the chess club. There's some nice chess club bling, and we just play games against each other. It's cool. Everybody's having a good time. And then we have a thread over on the forum from Free Nugs, which I just wanted to shout out there as well. It's that time of year where people get this seasonal adjustment disorder. Is that what it's called? You know, when people just start to get sad.
Affective.
Seasonal affective. Yeah.
But people get depressed.
That's right. And we just wanted everybody to know, and he started the thread as well because he wants everybody to know too, that if you're feeling sad or you need somebody to talk to and shit, we have a great community over at Percy's. And if you're part of the community and you just need somebody to talk to, then come and reach out. You know what I mean? That's
for sure.
Yeah. I'm not allowed on the forum. All right, because you're a commercial grower or something. Is it Wolfie? Because you're the chairman of Seth Rogen's book club, was it? Can you remember what he said?
Butt club or book club?
But you was correct, Margaret.
Okay.
But yeah, so if you're feeling sad because of the seasonal adjustment or the affective disorder, whatever it is, or over the Christmas period as well, that can be difficult for some people. So just know that there are people to come and speak to if you wanted to come and speak to people. You're not suffering in silence. We're all over there to have a good time and just cheer each other up if it gets a bit dark until summer starts coming and springtime arrives and we can all be happy again.
Right.
Yeah. Margaret, when does this set in for you? Being that we're both in
the seasonal affective disorder.
Yeah,
I mean, like now.
Yeah, not.
I mean,
I got to go through the first part of snow and after the first of the year.
Honestly, it's probably worse.
I get through the first 2 months.
Yeah, like in the new year, it really starts to set in because Christmas is over, New Year's is over, like everyone's taking down their Christmas lights, so it really is dark and depressing.
Well, for us in the UK,
like 5 more months of winter.
Yeah, for us in the UK, it's simply a case of you have to start putting your heating on, and heating is so fucking expensive in this country. So you put the heat on, you wait for about a month, the bill shows up, and that makes everybody fucking depressed.
Right.
What the actual fuck? I'm not going to be able to survive over winter now.
Yeah, Adam's gonna go ice fishing.
Yeah.
My brother's chomping at the bit. He sees the slightest pond skimmed over with ice, man, and he's like, "I'm going to get the fish house."
Jesus, we have to save the fish.
Yeah,
quick, get them out of the water. Put them on that fire. They were freezing.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So that's all the. Any other news to add here? We got anything?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Cool.
Margaret, nothing from you? You got nothing coming up?
I'm working on something for January, but it's still a little early yet. Yeah. And I've been doing some interviews lately, so I have 2 that just came out recently. So go listen to Bite Me, the show about edibles.
That's right.
And you can also subscribe on YouTube. And if you haven't done that yet, what the fuck are you doing?
That's right. Yeah. That's right. What the fuck are you doing?
You're on YouTube right now.
Just
do it, lady.
Hit subscribe. That's right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, with that, let's go to smoke break.
Smoke break.
There it is. Yeah. What's this January thing you talked about, Margaret? Is that the stories channel?
Oh, no, it's not. But I am still thinking about that.
Still thinking about it. Oh.
Well, you got it. Like what? Okay. What story do I even do?
What story do you want to do?
I don't know, because there's a lot of people out there who are doing this kind of stuff.
But
I think we should
there's
put
a lot of
poll
people
up
out
as to
doing
what
cannabis
kind we
stuff.
should do. You
Just
know
do
what I mean?
it. Yeah,
Scary,
start a thread over on
thriller.
the forum. That's what we could do, and be like, what story should Margaret do for her first episode? I think you should do The Occurrence at Owl Creek is a good one. You know that one?
No.
There's a short story which was a Twilight Zone episode, because most of the Twilight Zone episodes were written by Rod Serling, but there was this short film which was from a short story called An Occurrence at Owl Creek that won, I think it was a French film award, or maybe it was a Spanish film award. Yeah, it's just a great story, and maybe look into it. I don't want to spoil it because it's
right.
Even though it's fucking 60 years old or something, but still, if you haven't seen An Occurrence at Owl Creek, definitely go and check that out.
Occurrence of Owl Creek. Okay.
An Occurrence at Owl Creek.
Oh, an occurrence.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Just make sure I say it properly, so you know what I'm saying.
So I know, so I can find it later.
That's
I'm
right.
like,
So you
why
can find it
can't I
later. Yeah. But maybe stuff like, there's so many short stories. That's got to be the difficult thing. It's one of those paralysis by analysis, isn't it? There's just so much for you to look at. Where do you even begin?
Yeah, I know. That is, yeah.
Yeah, just something 10, 15 minutes long. I think that would be perfect. Yeah, Tales from the Crypt. They were some good ones. Yeah, man. I've been watching some of those with the wife as well. We're on like halfway through season 2.
I remember watching that show.
Yeah, good too. Some episodes were good. Some
murder
were not
stories
so
as they will add them.
Adam Bond really likes the scary shit.
Yeah. I think that there's a lot of people doing murder stories, but I think the most important thing is you just need to find stories that you like, Margaret, and read those. And I think if you enjoy it, people will enjoy watching it.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I was thinking of doing something more modern, but then you technically have to get permission to do that.
Permission to do what?
Like if you're
Even if
reading
you just
something
source it?
that's not public commons or whatever.
All right, you can't just read a story.
Not if you're putting it on YouTube or something like that. No, I mean I haven't I looked into it a little bit, and they're like, if you're gonna put it up somewhere, you probably have to get permission, because otherwise it's, I don't know.
Wow.
They could ask you to take it down. Technically.
And
I don't know if people would be like, hey, yeah, sure, no problem, because then it's like you're promoting their book or story or whatever.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Something to look into then.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could always get ChatGPT to write short stories for you.
That's also true, but I don't know if I want to go that route.
Series. Do a series doing that, just like every week, just like tell it to give you a new one and see how they turn out. I bet some will be pretty good.
Yeah. They
have the audience rate it at the end. Be like, how was that AI story? Was it shit or chat? You know.
Shit or chat. That's funny.
Oh my god, man! Holy.
All right, I have to go grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Cool.
Okay.
We'll wait here. I'll wait here. I'll pour another glass of this whiskey.
Hitting the Wixie.
Oh, did you hear that?
Dungeons of Dragons members? Yeah, I heard the pop.
Yeah, we don't have any Dungeons and Dragons members. Yeah, that's it's a shame.
No,
I've never played it, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't.
Nope. I've never done it.
No.
Like, I don't know if I could let myself go that much to be able to come up with all that happy shit.
And the game goes on for
logical
fucking ages, doesn't it? Yeah, that's my thing with them fantasy kind of things. It's just not logical, is it? You know. And then the dragon went roar and killed 4 people. It's like, nah, it's not for me. What's wrong with chess? Chess is fucking great. Play chess. You know what I'm saying? And there's Freenox going, what? It's like, yeah, man. I don't know.
It can drag on a bit as well, can't it? If you
that's it. You guys want to play? I don't know. Do I want to play? Is it long?
Listen, I feel like this is like that episode from Key and Peele where they're talking on the phone and gonna go to the store or go to the bar and meet up. You guys want to play? I'll dungeon master this bitch.
Okay, was that in a film or something? Was it?
No, Key and Peele. It's like
them 2 guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Hawaii Sustainable said
episode
chess
cracked me
is the
up.
best. Yes, it is. I love chess.
It is a good one. So I started
I hate
watching
chess,
the
though.
Halo. Has anybody seen it?
No,
My
I don't
buddy
even know what
watched
you're
it,
talking
and he
about.
told me he wasn't very happy about it.
Why
Like
not?
the game that they turned into a show. I don't know exactly why he wasn't, or why he didn't like it. Probably because, you know, the way TV shows are nowadays. But so far, I'm not mad at it. It's pretty decent. I
Okay.
think I'm on episode 4 or something.
What of what? What are you watching? What are you...
Halo.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure you wouldn't be watching it, Margaret.
No.
I mean,
no. And if
I
it's
used to
on,
love
I don't have
Halo.
Netflix anyway.
Yeah, it is on Netflix. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have that right now.
Like Halo was my jam, man, back in the day. Like I did not like most of the Call of Duties in the beginning. I always just played Halo like crazy. So I do like it kind of. I never watched the stupid cartoon like movies or anything. That was not for me, but
Right.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Halo was a good game back in the
Billy
day,
did.
man.
It was a good game, and then they ruined it, man.
As they do
Yeah.
with everything. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you create a
Mhm.
game, it either dies early or it lives long enough to see itself become a pile of shit.
Right.
Well, did it
like Call of
did
Duty.
that studio not get bought out by Microsoft or some shit? I think Microsoft has been buying a lot of
yeah,
stuff.
I think
up.
so.
And Microsoft is ruined.
You know what? You know what I've been playing today. You'd never fucking guess
Chess?
anyway. Fucking well, of course, chess.
But...
Remember Desert Strike? Desert Strike
Mm.
on the Sega Genesis, aka the Mega Drive.
Getting your
Okay,
chopper out
okay.
there now, if you.
Fucking hell, what a game. Oh my god. I haven't been able to complete the first level at all yet. It's just so difficult.
Bill.
Damn.
Bill.
No, I'm
Once
not
I
reading
hear,
Phil's
hear
comment.
the first Mariah
No.
Carey song, I get it.
Mm-mm. Wow. I
Listen,
heard that the other
that's
day.
coming.
Yeah, mate, it already arrived. I went into a shop the other day, and
You
I
heard
walked.
Mariah Carey?
Oh fucking! It's a big charity shop, a big thrift store, is what you guys call them. And the wife wanted to go
Yeah.
there, so I'm like, sure, let's go there. Let's go look around. So she starts looking around, and I'm like, oh, this place fucking huge. Start walking towards the end, the back of the place, and then some fucking dickhead just goes over to some CD player and starts playing fucking Mariah Carey, and I, being the person I am, loudly says, "What the fuck, mate? It's November." And he's just like smiling, all happy, having fun. Look, it's Christmas already. Fucking hell. And I was just like, now fuck this. I tried to bear with it for a couple of seconds, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I had to go back outside to the car. I said to the wife on the way out, I'm going out to the car because they're fucking playing Christmas songs in November. Yeah.
It is Christmas. Can
It's
you not
not
see my
fucking Christmas.
avatar?
Oh my god.
Shut the hell up.
Bro,
Shut
bro,
up.
it's
No.
not fucking Christmas.
No, it is.
This
though,
has
look.
to stop. There needs to be laws in place to prevent this from happening. We should not be fucking listening to Christmas music in November. This was November the 11th when it happened. I remember specifically because that's remembrance, our Mister's Day for us, the 11th of the 11th. And it's like, how are we celebrating Christmas before we celebrate Remembrance fucking Sunday? Shit. How's that even? What is actually going on here?
Mhm.
Fuck.
Mhm. It does creep earlier and earlier every year. It feels like.
Ridiculous.
So we go to the store and buy the shit, man.
Exactly.
I'm
I ain't
telling
falling for it.
Yeah.
And it's like fucking 6 to 8 weeks of Christmas. It's fucking
Yeah.
it's a good 25% of the year nowadays.
Well, just
I'm
appreciate it now.
exaggerating a
Soon
little.
it's going to
Yeah.
be like 12 to 16 weeks.
Oh my god, why,
Whoa, whoa,
Margaret?
whoa.
No.
Get into the Christmas spirit of things.
I'll get into the Christmas spirit at Christmas, Billy. At fucking
Yeah,
Christmas.
at
If I do
Christmas.
it now, there's not going to be any spirit left by fucking mid-December.
No, because
No,
you would have
it's
drunk
a
all
long
your whiskey
time.
by then.
Yeah.
Hey, there's always more whiskey. But that's what frustrates me the most. It's like, it's not like I don't like Christmas. I do like Christmas, but I like Christmas at Christmas time. You know what I mean? I don't like celebrating Christmas in November. It doesn't feel Christmassy yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's wait until we get a
Yeah.
little bit deeper into December before we start singing fucking shit songs. God, man. Oh. It drives me crazy. I said to the missus, just going to have to start wearing my noise cancelling headphones everywhere I fucking go now and just listen to actual music just in case they play that shit again. Because after that shop, I left and went to another shop And it was just a crap song playing in them. I can tolerate it a little bit as long as it isn't too loud. I was like, okay, this is fine. And then a Christmas song came on. I was like, oh, I'm out. Went back to the car again. Fucking hell.
Bah humbug. That's what you should be saying.
Yeah.
It's not bar humbug because it's not Christmas time yet, Margaret. It's just I'm a normal person and everybody else is losing their fucking shit. Jesus. I am not the problem here. It's still November, Margaret. It's not even a month until Christmas time yet. Gosh.
Listen, Thanksgiving is coming up for us soon.
Yeah, you see, and that's it coming up. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. People are starting to celebrate Christmas. There's still a major festival to go yet. Stop it. Christmas is even the next one. You're celebrating festivals in Christmas time at this rate. Gosh, man.
Yeah.
See how worked up it gets me? Look what you've done. Who mentioned Christmas? That's you, Billy. You know exactly what you did.
Wasn't me.
Fuck.
Look at his whole avatar right now, Macky. Look at it.
I'm not looking at it. I'm not looking at it, Margaret.
He doesn't even have to say anything and he can trigger you.
Gosh.
Yeah, just right after it. Boom.
It's only when excuse me, the mighty got me there. Yeah, it's only when it was pointed out that I got triggered by it. Yeah, so I was fine until then. Anyway, Billy, where did you go, Billy?
Fuck. He's
What?
sleeping.
Where did you go?
Go where?
You were wrapping presents or something? Yeah.
Yeah, you could call it that.
Right. Anyway,
Oh,
so is there any more ranting to be
Shit.
done about Christmas time?
I
Or are we?
don't think so.
Are you ready to move on to the grow guides? Oh, sorry, Billy, you got something?
Yeah. No, I've got something to say. Fucking, they sold some puff pastry fucking mince pies the other day, and it's like the smallest amount of mince in the pie there was, and I just opened it up, looked at it, and just thought, "Whoa, what?"
Wow.
I've seen fishmonger spit out more than that,
Oh my
and
god.
I just threw them away, mate.
The
They're just
reoccurring
quite
theme of
savage.
the episode. There
Yeah.
you go.
Exactly. But yeah, that's
Holy.
it's just shit. It's like, so don't bother with them. They're rip off cunts. Disappointing.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
But what's
We
the
don't
point
get
of
those.
selling something with no filling though? When it's the filling that makes the pie.
Because
Or
they
whatever
want
you
the
eat.
profit, don't they? They're on the
Exactly. They're just
profit.
going for pure
Yeah.
profit.
I
Mm.
think
They
they
just
call
don't
that
care.
shrinkflation now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it probably falls
Yeah.
under that category.
There you go.
Forget
There you
shrinkflation.
go.
If you get shrinkflation, then use Viagra. That's what I say.
I
It's
hate it
not
when
that
shit
kind of
happens with donuts.
shrinkflation. That's a
Oh,
very
right,
different
sorry.
type of
Oh,
shrinkflation.
okay.
Yeah, that's
I was getting confused
there's already a
again.
remedy for that type of shrinkflation. The
Yeah.
remedy we need for this kind that you're talking about is
Better chefs.
yeah,
Yeah.
people not being so damn cheap.
Yeah. What she said.
Right then.
Yeah.
With that, I think that's a perfect segue onto the grow guides. It was so smooth. Let's go.
That was beautiful. Oh shoot.
So this week, John did himself a little bit of a live stream over it on his channel.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And he was.
I got hell for it though.
Oh, yeah. We
No, they
had to
ragged
try
me
and.
pretty good.
Yeah, we
Oh,
helped him
yeah.
and encouraged him in chat as we do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got trolled pretty
Yeah,
hard.
I wish I would have saved. I wish I had known that there was that little switch to flip to keep the chat there, because that would have been epic. So that the
Yeah, now it
chat
looks like
isn't
you're-
actually in the
Yeah.
video
Mm-hmm.
now. Sucks, man.
Yeah. So, and now it looks like you're just saying random things to yourself because you don't read out what's in
Yeah,
the chat.
exactly.
You just respond to it.
Exactly. It's like he has multiple
It's like a game of
personality
Jeopardy.
disorder.
You got to guess what was said.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were tame.
know,
DC said.
What is Billy's
Me,
socks?
you bastard. Yeah.
Right, yeah, so we're going to be talking about some of that this week. We're going to be talking about making the cannabis salve because John has recently done that. And Margaret knows some stuff about that as well. So we're going to talk
she
about
does.
how you can make yourself some salve. We're going to talk about the best grow tents. What kind of grow tent is good to get if you want to buy one? You know, Christmas coming, maybe you want to gift yourself a grow tent. What kind of grow tent do you need? Which one's good? What do we recommend and how many plants in what size? What else do we have here? Going to have a little chat about defoliation without damaging your yield. And we discussed defoliation recently, but I want to go into more detail more about the tools and the kind of things you can use to make the jobs more successful, and just how much to take off. We had the discussion with somebody, I can't remember who it was, in the chat, and they were just so concerned that they've removed too much off their plant. It's like, nah, you didn't. It'll be fine. So you want to discuss how much you should take off your plants when you go through defoliation as well. And then we're going to have a quick chat about how to pest-proof your grow room as well, how to keep bugs out, because prevention is better than cure. And all that. Yeah, try it, John.
Oh. So hitting the close to home, is it?
That's right.
God damn.
Still sore about that, yeah.
It's getting better. Is that how that goes?
That was great.
Yeah, brilliant.
That
Nice
was
good little stop
Python.
there.
You dicks.
Monty Python is shit. Most overrated comedy TV show to come out of the UK ever.
Hot take.
Just say hot take.
Holy.
Hot take.
Well, I tend to, in some respects, I tend to agree because it's like, when did they make that? Like the 70s or something?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
That was like 100 years ago.
Saw some
Still
people
some of the
sharing.
funniest shit.
How, John? How? Which bit?
How?
Which bit's funny, John?
All of it.
Give me one bit.
All of it you couldn't do today. All
see-
of it.
you
You
see-
couldn't
It's
do
only a
today.
flashback. You
can't
That's
give me
why
an
it's
example.
amazing. What?
So, see, Margaret
The Holy
just give a
Grail, The Life
reference.
of Brian.
No, give me a
I mean,
scene.
what-
A scene.
It's only
A
a flesh
scene?
wound. That
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
you know.
Margaret's got one.
That's
There's
a
only
great scene. I did it when I said it's getting better because they're going down the goddamn like road and they're picking up dead bodies. Bring out your dead. You know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah, I
saying?
remember that scene, yeah. That's with the coconut equestrian dude, right?
Oh, the fucking dude, the coconuts are so amazing. I walk around and sometimes I just pick up bowls and I start and do
I mean, I'm
little
not saying
hop.
it's not, I'm not saying that it's not good. It's good, but it's not great. Like, I'll chuckle, but I won't laugh.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That's
I won't
all,
even chuckle.
that's all that
I watched a
matters.
few clips.
If
I've
I'd have
seen
got a
that-
smile out of you, it would have been
that
great.
whole his name's Biggus Dickus, and everyone's like, ha 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 ha. It's like, really? Really? Is this funny? Biggus Dickus? Fuck it, whatever. Yeah, each to their own, I say. But anyway, this isn't the smoke break. If you enjoyed that random discussion there, everybody, join us live on Sundays. And you'll be able to join us for the smoke break where we take 15 minutes to chat random shit like that. But anyway, what was saying about salves then, John? You want to talk about how you did this
back
whole
to it
thing?
then.
Back to it
Yeah,
then.
well, back to it. Yes, I can talk about it. So yeah, the other day, with the help of Margaret's recipe, I made a salve. I don't like saying salve.
Isn't it a salve?
Or could you
Or-
not say balm?
It's
balm?
salve.
Or a balm.
Salve?
Salve.
balm.
Salve.
Salve,
Or a balm,
yeah.
Yes.
Or you could eliminate both of those awkward words and just say topical.
Topical.
Ooh.
Topical, yeah.
You know,
All-encompassing.
Margaret's
umbrella
such a
term.
professional.
Yeah, which is
See
very
that shit?
modern. It's very modern.
I know.
Topical is
Yes.
very modern.
We're bringing
Yes, it's very
we're
good.
bringing this into 2025.
I think that would be a better word
Almost
because when
2026 even.
I hear the word
Yeah.
salve, I'll go back to
Future
that
is now.
Ren and Stimpy episode. Remember that one where he's just gone on about
Yeah.
salve? I mean,
Oh
I
my
don't.
God.
yeah, it's crazy. Look it up on
Yes.
YouTube. Just
Mhm.
I can't believe we was allowed to watch that kind of TV show when we were kids. But anyway, you say, John.
That's right.
So what do you do to make salve, man?
So first,
Put
we're going to
slippers
say
on.
that salves, balms, topicals are one of the easiest and safest ways to use your plant for pain, inflammation, muscle recovery, and skin issues. No high, no smoke, and just relief. And it's pretty simple, unless you try to make it complicated and forget stuff like I do sometimes. But what we're going to need, you're going to need some decarb cannabis or oil. I prefer to use concentrate that I make at home. I feel like that way I can manage it easier, like my dosages, I
right.
guess. Carrier oil, like coconut oil, olive oil, MCT. Coconut is what I use. Beeswax for a thickener, especially in the balms and salves. And you're going to want, you don't have to, but essential oils. Vitamin E is a good one. And shea butter or cocoa butter, right? Do you use anything else, Margaret?
It depends on what I'm making, but that's pretty much it.
It's pretty much the basic recipe, right?
Yeah.
Like that
And
stuff.
like there's always like a gazillion variations thereof,
Yeah.
but yeah. Just keep it
Yep.
simple to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Or fuck it all up like I do sometimes. Still gonna work though. Okay.
It will still work. Yeah.
So let's talk about infusing your oil. So we want to decarb at 110 to 115 C for 30 to 40 minutes, or what is that? 250 Fahrenheit, I believe, something like that.
Yeah, probably in that neighborhood.
Yeah, yep. Which is what you also need to do if you make your own oil. You need to also decarb it. Same process. You need to combine your cannabis and your oil. So take your coconut oil and throw in your flower or your oil, your cannabis oil into that. Get her all nice and, mixed up or soaking. You want to heat it at 70 to 90 C for 1 to 3 hours. Do not boil. I don't know if I've ever really gone 1 to 3 hours. How long do you usually decarb flour?
Well,
or not decarb, but
like infuse. I'm really glad you
infuse.
asked.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you asked because I had somebody on my show a little while ago, like earlier this year, and she did a whole bunch of experiments, and she said you could do it in 30 minutes.
Okay.
And like she had the lab testing.
Who's that lady?
Vanessa Lavarado. Yeah.
That's right. The chocolatier lady. Yeah.
Yeah. And I tried it myself at home because I have a T-check and I did it like with I think I tried 3 different batches. And the difference between infusing for 30 minutes and like the typical 2 hours or whatever, the difference was marginal. Like you didn't capture that much more in the way of cannabinoids. Like so marginal that you might as well just do it for the 30 minutes.
Cool.
Right. So on that note, my question is, did you just use trim or did you use flour? Like, and what I mean by that is like trim is all broke up. Flour doesn't, you usually don't get it. Well, some people don't get it broken up as much. So maybe you need to go longer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I used flour when I did it because that's what I had, but.
And did you grind it all up then? Like you ground it all up? No? Okay. See, so yeah. So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So good.
Yeah,
good,
you definitely, you don't
there.
need to grind it. If there's like the big chunks, then maybe break it up a bit, but you don't need to grind it.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Good to know.
Yeah.
And then once you've done that, you need to strain it through a mesh, like a fine mesh or a cheesecloth. I think most people use a cheesecloth. It's going to take a little time to get through there, but let her work it out. Okay, so now we're going to turn it into salve. We need to melt our beeswax, and I should have had you put up like an actual ingredient list. That would have been great, or like a recipe. So one tablespoon per 30 milliliters of oil. Macky?
No, I'm not saying anything.
I'm going to say something right now. Why a tablespoon and milliliters? What are we talking about here?
A tablespoon is 30 milliliters.
Yeah,
just so you know.
So 30 milliliters of beeswax to your 30 milliliters of your coconut infused oil.
Or put another way, 30 milliliters of beeswax to 1 tablespoon of oil. It's technically the same thing.
Just got to give you a little crap because if you watch the video that I made the other day, you'll see what happened.
Were they giving you shit for that?
Oh yes, the whole time. It was amazing.
Don't listen to him, Margaret. Don't listen to him.
So you want to add your infused oil and stir it until it's nice and blended. You'll see it happen. It takes a little bit for the beeswax to melt. So add your optional ingredients like your if you use butters like the shea or the cocoa, you would add it after this. Your essential oils, your vitamin E's. I use jojoba oil too. You add all those after you get your base mix together, I guess you could say. Then you're going to pour it into tins or glass jars, or like I did the other day, I put them in those little screw up, kind of like a chapstick thing. You're going to let it cool and boom, homemade medicine, baby.
Homemade medicine.
Yep.
Nice.
And I didn't say what I made mine to or what I calculated mine to be the other day, but probably was around 220 milligrams per, those little 1 ounce sticks that I made.
Right. Have you tried the cream, right? You tried the topical now.
Yeah. It was good. Oh, I also added the cornstarch, which mix that in. Okay. Mix it in real good. But I mean, like it turned out really good. I used it last night. I used it a little bit this morning, like on my knees and stuff, and I can tell, right?
Nice.
So, yeah, it was good.
Honestly, it's a good thing to make at home because it's like that stuff is pretty expensive to buy, especially the more milligrams are in it. They just charge a fuck ton for that stuff.
Yeah,
and you can make it pretty cheap.
I wonder sometimes if their labels are actually correct, because I've bought stuff that says, you know, it's like maybe like a 2-ounce jar that they say, oh, there's 3,000 milliliters of CBD in here. I'm like, holy crap, man. That's a lot, dude, in 2 ounces.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, it's pretty cheap to make at home. Like most of those, like I feel like the essential oils are what cost the most if you buy those. Everything else is pretty tame for price wise. So yeah.
Yeah, I've seen lots of people have good results. You know, they make this stuff and you know, different types of salve. It's all around the same recipe, isn't it? But
right.
People enjoy it, man. It seems to do the job really well.
It's a good way to use up your trim. I'm going to throw that out there if you are a grower at home.
Yeah, and again, they're so cheap to make versus to buy.
Yeah.
And I use topicals every day.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah, I've never tried them, but you know, I would like to. I would. I'm just lucky enough not to be in pain very much. So.
Yeah, they're great for that.
Yeah. So give it a shot, everybody, and let us know over on Purses if you do give it a shot. We want to see the process. But let's talk about grow tents. Has everybody used a grow tent before?
Yep.
Yes.
So, Margaret, are you using a grow tent now? Because I know you're growing outdoors, but you're growing indoors now.
I have one. I have a grow tent. I'm not growing indoors just yet. No.
Right. What grow tent do you have?
I forget.
All right. So it's not like a gorilla grow tent or anything like that.
No, I'm trying to think of what one I bought. It was like a Canadian. It was from a Canadian website, though.
Yeah. What are you saying, John? What you got?
I got a couple of random ones. I got some cheap $30 ones for my small ones. I got a VivoSun one. And my other one is, God, I can't even think of the name of it. It's not a very well known one. It was the very first one I bought just to get growing.
Yeah. And let's see, I got a Base 6. I think it's a UK brand.
Small Base 6 one. Yeah.
Cheap tent, and then Mars Hydro, a Mars Hydro tent, which is good as well. But
yeah, I don't know what my other one is.
So we can see collectively here, we haven't spent a lot of money on tents. We haven't gone out there bought fucking these expensive high, and we all grow fine in them, you know.
Yep.
So just bear that in mind before you go thinking about grow tents. You don't need to spend a ridiculous amount of money, everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things you can go like less expensive or mid-range. You don't necessarily want the cheapest one if you can, but the most expensive one probably also.
Yeah.
You don't need either.
But there's loads of little things that you might need in some that you have to pay extra for, you know. So say if you're growing in a cold place, having thicker walls on it, a thicker canvas, can help keep temperatures a little bit more stabilized. So if you're not growing in a heated room, then getting a thicker grow tent might work. And they're obviously going to be more expensive because more weight, more fabric, you know.
Right.
Then there's the poles. You know, the plastic poles are going to be cheaper than the metal poles, but obviously the metal poles and corners are going to be more resilient. You know, they're going to be stronger and going to be able to hold more equipment. Because when you're hanging your lights up and shit, they're being hung up from the poles. So you want good, strong poles, especially when you're spending a good £500-600 on a light. You want to make sure it's hung on something sturdy, you know. So, John, you said you were
any plastic ones. Even my cheap ones don't have plastic poles.
Yeah, it's always good to have a good strong pole for the ladies.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Billy just sits there in the background and just waits for an opportunity to
to
make some in your head know about something. Here's one. I'll unmute myself.
I'll unmute myself for that one.
I'll pause this Battlefield 6. Let me just say this.
Shit.
Yeah, it's either that or it's living soil.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
And that other one he likes to say so often as well. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
But there's something that some people don't consider as well is quality zippers. Because if you're growing stealth,
here we go again.
Oh gosh. But if you're growing stealth, you don't want to. The zippers can be loud, man. You can hear it like in the next room at least. So if you're trying to keep the grow hidden, then having a good quality zipper so it doesn't make so much fucking noise, and of course doesn't break. But I've never had a zip on a grow tent break, and I've only really used cheap grow tents. Anybody have a zip break?
Yeah,
No.
I've had the stitching sort of tear on the zip, so the zip's not broken, but the stitching, it's what's stuck to it. It has, because the tent's been stretched with the poles, if you know what I mean. So so I've had them issues, but that don't really matter. Can always
I have had a metal zipper start to like oxidize or what have you, and get just a little bit of too much humidity maybe in it, and it just built up over time, and then the next thing you know, that thing's just locked up.
And then being open and closed every day, that's wear and tear as well happens. But if you do have a grow tent and it does have a loud zip, you can rub some wax down the zipper, some candle wax or something, or crayon, anything that's waxy, and that will help reduce the sound as it opens and closes as well. So if you do have that problem, you can fix it like that. But the problem with the cheap grow tents,
some of the guys might have Vaseline.
Yeah, Vaseline if you keep it on you, like Billy does. And then there's also double stitch seams you can get, which obviously you're going to step up the price when you start adding that kind of work into a grow tent's quality. But that will prevent light leaks as well. I mean, the cheap grow tent, the Base 6 one I have, and I've had it for many years, but that's got little pinprick holes in it now, from when it's been put away and opened and closed, and it just over time this shit happens. But that's going to be less likely in a more expensive grow tent, a higher quality,
Yeah.
And of course the mylar lining as well. Anybody got like a white grow tent? Have you seen them?
No,
I don't have a white one. No.
Well, they look really nice, but they're not as reflective as mylar. The mylar is the best one to get. So, and that's going to cost a little bit more than just a plain white one. So, it's just more reflective. John, you said you have 2 small grow tents and a big one?
I've got a 4 foot or 5x5, a 3x4, 2 2x2s.
Right.
Yeah.
So plenty of space. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the flower room, which is a room, and that's painted white.
Right. Yeah. Well, what you got, Margaret? What's your tents?
I just have the one. It's a 4x4.
Cool. It's a good size, man. I think 4x4 is plenty for personal grower.
Yeah.
Billy, you've got some ridiculous grow tent, haven't you? Hello.
And now he's not there.
2.4 meters by 2.4 meters. The flower tent is.
So that's 8 foot by 8 foot, right?
Yeah.
That's a big tent.
Pretty much.
That's a big one. My buddy's got one of those, and he never even set it up. He's like, I don't even know where the hell I'm gonna put it.
Yeah, that takes up a lot of space.
Yeah, that's.
You should have probably thought about that before you bought it.
Yeah, I know, right?
How much space do you have?
Yeah.
And do you fill that whole plant, Billy? Do you fill that whole tent with plants?
Yes and no, because our perpetual grows, so there's always one coming out and one going in, but so it's not full up of flowering plants all the time. No, there's normally like
Can
one
you split
at the end.
yours?
No, there's no point. No, it's just one big tent. I can't split it.
Well, because they make them like 8x8s that are actually you can split them into a 4x8 or whatever.
No, there's no need to. I want it as one big flower tent to give me the space to move around and move the plants in and out.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right. Gotcha.
I like the extra space, but I don't fill the whole canopy. No.
Yeah, man. I think 4x4 is good. Is a 4x4 with a 60 centimeter grow tent. I think that combination is good. That worked well for me. Obviously, it depends on a person's individual situation, but that's what I like to roll with.
I think the bigger the space you can have, the better. It's just then you just narrow down how many lights you have and how much you're growing in there. If you know what I mean, because the more space you have, the more more space you have.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, you can
better
move the
to have too
plants
much than
about.
not enough, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. Yeah, so it's like
I
you're
mean,
better off going extra large. Just only use half the tent, and then the other half of the tent can be. You can move plants to the other half of the tent while you work on it. If you know what I mean, and then you can treat individual plant individually, sort of thing as well that way. So rather than having just one big canopy.
So there's some other things to think about as well when it comes to considering your grow tent. They're going to have holes in the roof and at the bottom. Now, you should already have some kind of idea where you're going to put your grow tent. And you're going to see where the plug sockets are, where the intake vent is going to be, where the outtake vent is going to be, and just this kind of thing, how it's going to look when it's in the position. So when you're buying the grow tent, take that into consideration as well. Maybe you need a ventilation hole on the right side of the roof instead of the left side, or at the front or instead of the back. These different things you need to take into consideration to make sure that it's right for you. Because for me, I need a grow tent where the extraction hole is on the right-hand side at the back, because that's where I can get my ventilation out easy.
Right.
So that means I want, intake at the left on the front, just or on the side. So yeah, you just have to take them things into consideration as well. If your ventilation is going to go a certain way, then try and get it to line up with that. And the electrics, isn't it? The electrics are another thing. Where the plug sockets are. You don't want to use long gas extension cables all the time.
Yeah, don't want to be using
So yes, think about
any long extension cables if you can.
Yeah, man. So I hope that helps everybody. You don't need to buy the expensive ones, but do so if you have got the money. If you do have the expendable cash, then of course go for the good shit. But if not, don't be concerned about just buying a cheap grow tent to get you started off. Really just look out for what we said there with the holes being in the right place for the ventilation. You need something that's going to be strong enough to hold the lights that you're going to be using. So if you're just using small lights, then you don't really have to worry too much. But if you get the Scorpion Diablo, that's expensive and a heavy light. So you want to make sure that it's got proper support so it don't come crashing down on everything because of a weak pole. You know what I'm saying, Billy? Hey, that was one for you. But that's it. And of course, if you have any questions, you know where to find us, everybody, over on Percy'sGrowroom.com. But let's talk about defoliation. What do you say, Billy? Is you talking about defoliation?
Yeah, man, that's cool. Well, where'd you start, really? In early veg, I suppose, is the best place to start if you're really going to do proper defoliation. Because that's where you want to sort of start shaping your plant ready for the later defoliation. So it's thinking ahead, isn't it, of how you're going to grow and shape your plant to what you are going to defoliate. So the less you can get rid of at the end, the better. But obviously, you want to make sure you do it in early veg when you're shaping. But it's after the stretch, as you call it, Macky, in it really, when you're in early flower, when the flowers start start to show and that they're flowers. I think wait until they're like little poms, even if you're really unsure, because even then it doesn't matter. Sort of like week 3 of flower, so sort of like you know it's definitely stopped moving about. And then get rid of everything you want below the scrog or what's not going to get much light. Use trimming scissors as well if you have to. Look, because sometimes the lower ones can sort of what's it called, for hermy and all that, grow some balls and shit, may just not grow properly, and sort of like you're using up space and time and money and energy on that. So you want to get rid of that early, sort of thing. So do you think, I don't like it says here week 6 optional cleanup. I don't see the point. You're better off sort of like leaf tucking and sort of like things like that, and maybe get rid of any lower ones which just definitely are not starting to form properly. But leave everything you got there, because you're gonna. I'm a big believer in keeping a lot of your trim and popcorn to make hash or a nice tropical, as a topical rather, if you just heard about. So yes, I think only one really defoliant session is really what it is.
I think it depends. It depends on how much you defoliated in week 3.
Yeah,
you know
how well you done.
You might not need to in week 6, but it's
if
possible.
you done yeah, the more you get used to it, the more you only have to do it once, I suppose. If you know what I mean. Yeah.
But week 6 is a good one if you know, like you say, leave the leaf on, because that can catch light and turn essentially make more food. But take the little bud sites off. If it's not already growing into a substantial bud and it's going to turn into something good, take the cut off. And the weight's going to go up to the fat buds anyway.
Things like that.
Yeah,
anything
they
that's
call that
going to be
lollipop
partially in the
it.
shade. Yeah, it's crazy that, isn't it? Funny terms they have.
Yeah,
and anything obviously like anything was just not going to get any light sun type thing. It's all the leaves facing downwards and inwards, so just cut them off. And also sometimes you get like a big leaf covering the bud, and you don't have to cut it off. You could just tuck it under a bit, and it gets some light reflection off of somewhere. So you don't always have to just tuck. Trim. Right. Tucking is good as well. So also like just check where all the real shade is. I think looking up, down, left, right sort of thing. So just take it from like a, because sometimes, what is it, a bird's eye view as such, if you know what I mean. So can you lean over your plant and have a good look over your plant to see what's getting light and what's not getting light? Because just some like movement of like some leaves or the branches a bit can, because all of a sudden the lower ones are getting loads of fucking light and they're going to grow, so you don't have to remove them. So just be aware of what the plant is, in what stage. Try and, again, like just early shaping, it helps all of this as well. So that's the most thing. And obviously get rid of anything that's damaged and yellowing, obviously any pest ridden ones and that. So if you've got a load of pests and you've come across them, just cut the leaf off, man. Don't worry about trying to kill the pest, and there's hundreds on there. Just cut them all off and then they're dead, gone, ain't they? You ain't got to worry about killing them because they're out of the room. Set fire to and everything, like. So obviously what you don't want to be, just don't be extreme and remove too much at once, because obviously it's not going to then have enough there to collect the sunlight it needs to then turn all of nice food.
When you start getting scared, like, did I take too much off? Then you've done it right.
You've probably done too much, yeah.
No, I don't think I've never taken too much off. You know, I see it like once the flowering's done and you get an idea of where the flowers are going to grow, that's going to be at the end of the branches. So anything after 3 nodes on each branch can pretty much be removed, as far as I see it.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
You know, all that shit's going to grow into popcorn.
Just use a little bit of logic before you start hacking away, sort of thing. Decide what you're cutting before you cut it. So sit there and look, I'm going to cut that off, and then think, why are you cutting it off?
Yeah, this is why a scrog's good, because if it's above the scrog, keeping it. If it's below the scrog, I'm getting rid of it. You know,
have like a
that
line.
Means buds and sorry, Billy.
Draw a string across it. You could do if you haven't got a scrog. Just draw a string from one side to the other, and if everything below the string is getting chopped.
That's right.
And then that's just it, done.
Like small stems as well.
Yeah, and just slowly move the line of string up. If you look back and think, oh no, I could probably trim a bit more, then move the line up another inch. So,
well, what tools are you using?
Well, you want clean, sharp tools, scissors and fucking trimming tools, sort of anything like that. Even razor blades or scalpels. Just it's clean. Just make sure it's clean. It don't have to be like 100% clean, but sort of just give it a wipe, sort of with some alcohol.
A little pair of scissors makes it so easy. Just snip.
But just snip. Yeah. Don't yank or cut. You can give it like a pinch and a twist if you've got nails, and it comes off quite easily like that. But the best way is just use some sort of scissors, sort of thing, like, or trimming tool. So you should have scissors or trimming tools, being a fucking grower. So, like, if not, then buy yourself some, because you're gonna need them. Yeah. So,
like the big leaves just snap off nice and easy as well, and it's like you can roll off the smaller buds at a certain stage. Fingernail is also an option
as well. Yeah,
some strains are really good with that, with their big leaves, that you can just kind of grab them and then they go bloop.
Yeah, just hold the leaf, cut it off, have a look, think, okay, what else do I want? Take your time over it, and then don't just like go, hack away, and then have a look 10 minutes later and think, oh shit. Or watch what you're cutting as well, because you don't want to cut off fucking through. You're cutting off one bit and you cut through that, and it off half a stem gets cut off. And you're like, oh shit. So like, I've done that before. Not looked at what I've trimmed off, and then like half a stem falls off. You're like, oh shit, yeah. Maybe I should have looked.
Whoops.
Take some
So,
practice,
when
don't it?
using
Take some
big long
practice.
scissors.
Yeah.
Careful. Don't use big long scissors.
Yeah,
Because they cut big long things. Like, yeah.
And then you cut the bit closer to you, but the end of the scissors unknowingly strikes another branch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Just gitty.
But yeah, man, don't be shy.
So,
We have an whole
yeah.
episode on the defoliation, don't we? So more details can be found in that episode. But don't be shy, man. Indoor growers should be defoliating that shit.
Yep.
Know what I'm saying? Right then. Let's talk about pest proof in the grow room. That one's on you, Margaret.
John.
No,
It's not John.
No.
John did Sal.
Oh, no, he don't know.
Yeah.
He don't know about
I'm not
pest
doing
proof
it.
for grow room, does
I'm
he?
over here with
Oh,
my
all right.
advisor.
John and him.
You
Yeah.
guys continue on.
We'll do one specifically
Step
about
away.
spider mites next week. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, fuck that. Oh my god.
Well,
But
if you
yes.
want to build a pest-proof grow room, you need to start with a clean, sealed space, ideally, theoretically, because I guess they can
Get the
sneak in
CDC
sometimes.
in. Have a good clean up.
Yeah, gotta get your hazmat suit,
Hazmat suit and all that. Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
wipe down
yeah.
all your walls, trays, lights, fan, everything. You want everything nice and clean and sparkly, so that mylar just blinds when you put the light on. Seal any
Nice.
cracks. You don't want light leaks. And removing clutter, which is kind of nice. It's nice when your grow room's nice and tidy. Pests like to hide in places. So the fewer places to hide, the fewer pests.
You're gonna have
Yeah.
pests. Sons
If you don't need it in there, it shouldn't be in there.
Right. So you also
Last
want
thing you need
to.
is pests in your crack.
That's right.
Jesus.
We don't need
Jesus.
pests in the cracks because that just is very uncomfortable for everyone involved. You're also going to want to filter all the incoming air by using intake filters. Keep them above ground level. Mine is above ground level, but I never really thought about that as a pest proofing strategy. That because most of the pests are at ground level.
Well, you're keeping it like in a cellar or something, a basement. I mean, bugs like to hide out in them cool, dark
Right.
places, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And
Okay.
avoid direct window to tent airflow as well, which also makes sense because you're probably going to bring things from outside.
They're just gonna have some flies flying around and just sucked into the extraction, and
Ew.
just lands on the plants. Like, what the fuck happened there?
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Right. Also, control what you bring into your tent, which is something I probably need to work on. Change your clothes after being outdoors in your garden or outdoor gardening. Because it's really easy just to be like, oh, I'm just going to check on the ladies or whatever. And then next thing you know, you're introducing something foreign into your pristine space, and we don't want that. Quarantine your clones and keep pets out of your grow. We love our pets. But you know what?
Yeah, that's just one I can't do, I'm afraid. No,
So you're not following that piece of advice.
no.
Has
My
anybody ever
My dogs live here too.
had pests in their tent come from their pets? Has that ever happened to anybody?
I don't know if you can tell
No.
whether they
Yeah,
came
it'd
from
be
the
difficult
pets
to find the
or
source.
not.
True.
Mm.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't surprise me, little fuckers. You know?
Yeah.
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 Well, they're outside, especially dogs. I feel like they're just outside. They're always sticking their nose in something. So,
Yes.
yeah. So, I mean, you know, if pests are an ongoing problem, maybe keep your pests out of the grow and see if that helps.
Yeah,
improve
especially if
things.
you've got pet spider mites. Definitely keep them
Yep.
out of the grow room.
Fucking sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Damn it.
wanna
That falls under the clones more, in my opinion,
Right.
or the soil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got thrips before from it was cocoa with big woody bits in it, which was fucking weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was in there, but that caused thrips because the thrips were living on the wood or some shit. So it just came in from the bag of soil. It wasn't stored
Oh, they're
properly.
already in the. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Same thing happened to me with a bag too. And that's how I got spider mites the very first time ever.
So that's the next section is start pest free. So store your soil or cocoa sealed so that it can't get infected, if you will, before you use it. Although that doesn't really do anything if it's already a problem.
Right.
There's already pests in it. So freeze suspect media. Does that mean if you're buying something, you should just freeze it as a precaution?
Yeah, you can kill a lot of the bugs if it's like if they're cold. If they're
Yeah.
cold-blooded bugs, then they just they don't even realize that they're dying. They just freeze and die. It's not
Right.
allegedly, it's not a cruel way to kill them.
Right.
So freeze them
Are
to
there
kill
any
them.
are there any pests that wouldn't work with?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one either.
Yeah, it's the freezing too is a little easier. Like here, I could just stick a bag of soil outside and just
Yeah.
leave it for a
Yep.
few days. But if you don't
Mhm.
live in a place where it gets super cold, I don't know how easy it is to put bags of soil in your freezer.
Deep freeze. Throw it
Yeah.
in a deep freeze.
Yeah, if you have one, it would probably take up a lot of space. But
Mm-hmm.
that is one way to, if you're wondering if your soil that you're buying somewhere could be infected with pests, that's one way to handle it. And also clean all your equipment before every grow. Which kind
Mhm.
of goes back to the first one. Start it in a nice clean environment. Use airflow as a defense, so multiple fans can keep pests from settling because they're just being blown around.
That's right.
Direct the airflow under the canopy. And then stable temperatures and humidity will also reduce pest pressure. Avoid soggy topsoil, which is probably, I don't know about other pests, but fungus gnats would like the soggy
Mhm. Yeah.
topsoil for sure. And
That's right.
they're not a huge pain, but
Mhm.
they are a pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most
Ugh.
infestations come from growers accidentally carrying pests in. Control what enters the space, and you'll be 90%.
That's right. Well,
Yeah.
Very good.
it makes sense. The pests ain't just gonna manifest themselves in a fucking grow tent. They're gonna be brought in somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They don't just appear out of nowhere.
Like ping. Oh, we
Well,
got
when you think
cannabis
about
plants.
and you look at like a lot of commercial grows, like they're all like putting on hazmat suits. Well, I don't know what they call them
Yeah.
in those particular thing, personal protective
Gumby
equipment or
suits.
whatever, because they don't want to bring anything into that environment. So there's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of do it on a
Yeah.
lower key scale.
Imagine
yourself.
getting fucking fungus gnats when you got 1,000 plants in your greenhouse. Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, it's a little harder to
Damn.
manage when
It's a lot of
that's
sticky
real.
traps.
It sure
Mhm.
is. You're buying them in bulk at that point.
Yeah. Well, and I
Yeah.
think like a lot of those places too have like, when you go into restaurants or what have you, and they have those things up on the wall, like they're for bugs and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah,
in
the-
What kind
the
of
zappy
restaurants are
things,
you
yeah.
eating at?
Yeah, God damn it, John.
Almost every
America.
I don't think I've ever worked in a restaurant that didn't have that. Because
Yes.
you got doors opening and closing
Well,
all the
that's
time.
true,
You've got
yeah.
people coming in all the time. So like and I don't know exactly how they work, but I've seen them in every restaurant that I've ever worked in.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
pests are pests everywhere.
It's the
Yeah.
ones with loads of dead ones on it that haven't been cleaned off. They're the restaurants you want to be scared of.
That's when you know there's probably a problem.
Is anybody
with that.
cleaning around here? No.
Yeah.
You got 200 dead flies in that light, bro.
Mhm.
What's in my food? It's all
Right.
protein. Get it down, yeah. That's right. But I think it's
boy.
the most important thing when it comes to avoiding bugs is just not getting them in there in the first place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easier said than done, I suppose, but
Always.
just do what you can to prevent any kind of cross contamination, and that keeping clones quarantined is a big one, isn't it? 'Cause lots of times shit gets in through a clone that you've bought in from friends who's got a fucking bug and it didn't even know, or it's in the soil or something, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there we go.
Okay.
Yes, that's how you keep the bugs out. That's when you should do some defoliation, some explain there what kind of grow tent you should be getting, and how to make salve. That's everything covered in the grow guides. There.
Good
Are we ready
stuff.
for the listener mail now?
Of course.
Let's do it.
Go, go, go.
So we got from Margaret. Can you pronounce that?
It might be Comrade Vashba.
Ah.
I think, which I think is German for, is it panda or raccoon? I can't remember. I think it might be raccoon.
Oh,
Somebody's gonna know
friendly
this now.
Beef for them.
raccoon. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but well
Okay.
pronounced. Yes, didn't think there. It would obviously be a V instead of a W. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
So this
Yes.
guy, he
Yes,
said, yes. this one's not cannabis related though, but I've been thinking, our lovely panel, have any of you ever gotten together and met one another, maybe at an event? Billy can't live that far from Macky. Wow. I imagine. Also, any talk about attending future events like Cannabis or Mary Jane in Berlin? I hope everyone's enjoying their weekend. So yeah, I've met a few people. Went to Cannabis a couple of years ago. Met a load of guys out there then, and me and Billy have met up a few times to enjoy some cannabis and stuff. But I don't know really. What about you, John? Have you met anybody from the forum before?
Nope.
No?
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's not like I'm against it or anything. It's just timing and
just the opportunity hasn't presented itself.
That want to get together. Yeah, you know what I mean.
What about you, Margaret?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, a few times. Temple Grower, obviously he's Canadian. Met him.
Yep.
And Greenbeard, visited him in Ireland when I was in Berlin, and I met somebody else from the forum. I don't know if he's on Percy's a whole lot.
Oh yeah, GW Orton, right?
Is that who it was? I don't know what his screen name is. But he hooked me up with weed while I was in Berlin. So,
nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you were in Berlin. Okay. I thought you meant in Canada.
No, right. This was somebody that was in Berlin.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the problem with saying that you go to these events and stuff, it's still like a security issue. So anything like that is done in the back sides of the forum in the higher up sections, because we don't just want to put publicly, oh, we're going to be here at this day and time.
Right.
And then fucking old Bill can come and get us and be like, you're international drug dealers teaching thousands of people to grow cannabis. You know? And you have to be careful. You have to take things into consideration. So it's best to just do these kind of things in a private room on the forum where it's not public, you know? Well, I am not planning on attending anything like that anytime soon. I think I'd have trouble getting back into the country.
Really?
No, you just got to float on a boat, buddy. That's fine.
True story.
Float on a boat.
True story. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's an interesting question. Billy, I don't know. I don't think you've met anybody other than me from the forum, right?
Yeah, I've met a couple.
All right, the Chilbert, yeah?
Yeah. And others at a couple of events as well.
Yeah, cool.
So, yeah. But just a few when we've met up at events rather than sort of anything else. But, yeah, when people go to events, they might put up a thread saying, I'm going to this event. If you want to hook up and smoke weed.
Yeah.
As we do.
Very good.
So, yeah. Yes would be the answer. I
met Firetop as well before. Because he just like coincidentally doesn't live very far from me. Crazy. Yes, good question. We should all get together more. You know, we should sort out more events and do person events. But again, it's the whole legality things make things so fucking difficult.
Yeah,
because it's difficult for the guys in the States to comprehend what it's like for us. And it's a different world you live in some of the states.
Some states,
you
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's also distance. I mean, it's not easy just to be like, I'm just going to go to Mary Jane Berlin.
Yeah, that's not happening for us.
Yeah, especially for you guys.
I'm not doing that. That's a whole.
A lot of people have jobs and families as well. They can't just fuck off. Sort of for the single lads, it's quite easier.
Yeah, man. Right then. So I hope that helps. We'll see if we're at any events anytime soon, and you'll find out afterwards. All right, so we have again, we mentioned it in the news, but I want to mention it again here. This was from Free Nugs as well. He asked a couple of questions here, but he said, first off, Macky, could you just give a shout out to the seasonal depression thread on Percy's? The holidays can be a hard time for some, and we at Percy's are here always to talk, to shoot the shit, or even to vent. You know, we all like a rant, everybody.
That's right.
I'm saying there is someone here who will listen, and there is over at Percy'sGrowroom.com. That's the Discord, you know, or the forum, whatever's best for you. It's not like you're forced to sign up to try and reach out and just have a conversation with anybody. So, you know, just click the links if you need help. If you just need somebody to talk to, you know, you'll find community over at Percy's. Don't be shy. And then he also carries on with a question from Margaret this week. I have a bunch of sugar leaf from my last grow, and I want to try and make some brownies. I know I have to decarb it first, but after that, what is the best way to infuse my product with leaf? I want to use either butter or coconut oil. What would you say, Margaret?
I say excellent. That's a wonderful way to use all your sugar leaf. And I would just put it in like a glass jar with your butter or your coconut oil, and then put it on a pot on a stove and let it simmer on the stove for a bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Half an hour.
30.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So-
all it takes. Yeah.
Yeah. So then you're just using the oil, not like back in the 80s and 90s and 70s where they were just decarbing it and throwing it right into the
I mean,
brownies.
technically you can do that,
Yeah.
but it's gonna taste pretty green, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get that flavor a lot stronger than if you're just using like an oil or a butter.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Mhm,
But you
mhm.
can technically do that if it's decarbed,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't. I would do the extra little
No,
step.
I
And now that
wouldn't.
you
I
know
wouldn't either.
that it takes like you can do it in like half an hour, it makes it a lot less time consuming
Right.
from there too.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, man. And should definitely be done. You know, make use of that shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Still little bits of
Yeah.
THC you can pull off that stuff, man. So give it a shot and infuse it into something. And, you know, make edibles out of it or make some salves like John did. You know, there's
Yeah.
lots of
Yeah.
ways to use up that stuff, man. Don't throw it away.
Yeah.
At the very least, feed it to your worms. You know what I mean? But don't just be throwing it away. That's a complete waste.
Right.
Use it for
That's right.
something. But I think that's all of the questions we have. That's all of the topics. I think we are all done.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's time for the
That's
outro
fantastic.
already.
New day here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New time.
Let's go to the
Worked
outro
out
then.
great.
Let's do it.
Go.
Well, there we go, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the show at the earlier time here. And don't forget to share and let everybody know that we're starting at an earlier time as well. I mean, it's only 8 o'clock here in the UK now, 8:15. What am I supposed to do with the rest of my day? I don't know, but I could do something. You know?
That's right.
Yeah. What are you going to do, Margaret? You got any plans for today?
I'm not even sure. Well, my daughter's here, so I'm gonna go hang out with her
Sweet.
for a little bit. Her and her
Nice.
I was
doggy.
gonna pet the dog.
I'm gonna go pet the doggy, yeah, and I'm gonna have a snack. It's funny because whether it ends at 3:30 or 6:30, I'm hungry either way. So
That's right.
It's
yeah,
a habit,
You're
isn't it?
not
Like,
having to
I
rush
usually
to
eat now.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
yeah.
Nice. I'll probably go play some Desert Strike. Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What do you say, Billy? What's your plan? It's
Dinner
gone already.
probably.
Battlefield 6.
Um,
It's gone.
Yeah, that's dinner and Battlefield 6.
Yeah, man. What do you say,
Dancing my
John?
socks, maybe.
Well, I'm probably gonna head to town and I'm gonna get started on supper, do a few things in town, and then at some point come back home and trim.
Ugh.
Still,
Yes, you're still in trim gel.
yeah.
Well, good show, everybody. Thanks for coming to
Yeah.
join us, as always. And we'll catch you again on Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah, for the next one. Stay high, stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. Like, share, blah, blah, blah. All that YouTube talk that we have to say.
Yeah. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it, lady.
See you on the next one, everybody. Goodbye.
Everybody.
Yeah, waving and shit.